timing.
Hello, and welcome to Across the Omniverse, a podcast brought to you by Cinema Sangha. My name is Devin Faraci. I'm one of the hosts of the program. Joining me, as he traditionally does.
My name is Derek Faraci, and I was not ready. How are you, Devin?
I'm okay. I'm not ready. Was that your actual quote, or is that in reference to how?
No, I had not prepared a quote yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, man. What are you going to do? I accidentally started this podcast early because I misjudged what time it was. Usually I do that the other direction. I'm late.
Yes.
So, you got to take the wins where you can get them, right? That's the thing.
I suppose so.
Yeah. So, how's life in the frozen Midwest?
It's cold. I don't like it. It's cold.
Yeah. Seems bad.
Seems I did go bad. On Friday. I went with buddy Shane and Libby to a barbecue place, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah?
It's a real problem.
What'd you get?
I got this Mexican sausage and some garlic broccoli. And there was this sugar bacon. It was delicious.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I like that you're like Darth Kitty Cat.
It's a little chilly today, and I'm wearing this Snuggie that was Brittany's that she wore to the hospital a lot, and I have it laying around the house, and every now and again I throw it on. The question is, how long will I be able to wear this before it gets too hot? Because that's always the thing. It's like it'll be chilly, and then I'll put on a thing like this, and then I'll get hot. Yeah. So I don't know how this is going to go. I guess I'm kind of curious to see how long this can last.
I like it because we can only just see your mouth. That's it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's cool because I can't see shit. All I can see is the mic. Good. I'm glad that you had a good experience. I'm glad you had a good time. Did we talk about the fact that I saw the motion picture Send Help?
No, we did not.
I'm not allowed to review it just yet, but it's the new Sam Raimi movie. Rachel McAdams, Dylan O'Brien, shipwrecked on a desert island. And I got to see it this week, and it is very, and I'm going to say this in the best possible way, very childish. Sam Raimi really just doing mayhem in some pretty classic ways that involve both blood and snot and vomit. Okay. Just real bodily fluid going on. And it's good. I thought the movie might be like a little long, honestly. I think it was a little bit because it's like 2 hours. But McAdams is amazing. In the beginning, Rachel McAdams is playing a frumpy woman.
You are doing a terrible job right now. I want you to know. You started with, I can't review it yet.
I'm not reviewing it.
It's childish in a good way. It's too long.
Well, social media reactions are okay. And this is what I said on my social media reaction. That's exactly what I said on my social media reaction. Okay. So social media was okay. It's like a full review is not okay. I'm not doing a full review. I'm just saying a couple of things. McAdams plays a very frumpy woman in the beginning of the movie who ends up on this desert island. And usually when you have a beautiful actress playing a frumpy woman, it just doesn't sell. They do a pretty good job. And she does a pretty good job too physically, like holding herself in a certain way and stuff like that. That really sells the sort of frumpiness of this woman. I'm very surprised by it.
She's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, but being a fantastic actor doesn't always mean that you can be convincingly frumpy.
That's true.
Especially in the motion picture business where they kind of try to make you look good,
Yeah.
And I think they do a pretty darn good job. Dylan O'Brien is great. I really like Dylan O'Brien, and he is really good in this.
Yeah.
So, true asshole in this movie, like fundamentally an enormous asshole.
There you go.
That's not a spoiler because like all the promo stuff they've been doing is about bad bosses because he's her boss. So so I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. I think you should see it with a big crowd because some of the wacky violence is really best seen with like a bunch of people hooting and hollering at your side.
Yeah.
And just because Rachel McAdams is a lady, as we learned in Drag Me to Hell, Sam Raimi's not afraid to totally brutalize her.
No.
So, yeah.
He loves torturing his stars.
He sure does, and he does quite a bit of it in this picture. So
there you go.
Yeah. So I quite enjoyed it. Yeah,
I'm hoping to see it, but We gotta see. We gotta see what the weather's like.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't leave your house, right? But you know what? They shot also on location in Thailand, and so having like location stuff is really really nice. It's so much nicer than shooting on the volume or on green screen. Like they're on a beach, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're on a beach. Like it just feels nice. Like we don't see that very often in movies anymore.
No.
So, I mean, they're on a set for like parts of it. Don't get me wrong.
Sure,
but like they're on a beach for a big portion of it. So yeah,
it's very nice. Very nice. Good for them.
Agreed.
Sam Raimi really wants to make a Batman movie.
Yeah, he really does. Yeah, I know. I would kind of like to see it, but I kind of don't know what his Batman movie would be like because I don't think it would make people happy. I don't think.
No, I can't imagine what he would do. You know.
Yeah.
Like I think I would probably enjoy it, but I don't think it would fit what people want from a Batman movie.
Like it would be like he would be the guy that would finally put the ventriloquist on screen, and he would have the little Scarface puppet hitting Batman in the nuts. Like like people would lose their fucking minds about it, but I think it would be really fun. I think he could do a pretty good Clayface in terms of it being goopy and gross.
Sure. You know, I mean, 90% of the movie would be things being thrown from off camera at Batman. So,
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
You'd be very excited about that.
Yeah, I know. It'd be really, really good. Sam Raimi, he's still got it. He's still got it, Mr. Sam Raimi. I mean, not surprising, but
No.
Always nice to be reminded that one of the greats remains one of the greats.
Yes.
We just recorded our episode of Watchmen about Iron Man 3. 4-hour episode of Watchmen about Iron Man 3. What?
It's long.
It is long. It is. If you listen to it, you can hear my voice going away over the course of the episode. I haven't recovered yet. Still, like I'm still feeling it because I had this fucking super flu and I'm not over it. But 4-hour episode of Watchmen. It's available for the $7 and above subscribers on the Patreon. I highly recommend it. It's pretty good because Trevor Slattery is going to be on the next Marvel show, which we'll be covering on this show starting next week, Wonder Man. And we're going to probably do 2 or 3 episodes about Wonder Man is the current thinking. Although once we see the show, we might decide that we want to go even slower than that. You know what I mean? Like we'll figure it out. But
there's no rush. There's nothing else coming for a bit.
Yeah, nothing else. So, but we'll see. We have to see the show. We don't get the screeners, so we don't. No. You know. So yeah. Anyway, so go patreon.com/cinemasangha, SANGHA, and sign up at the $7 and above level, and you can get Watchmen every single month. Very long episodes about superhero movies and also other kinds of movies now. Anyway, all right. We got any news?
We do. The Oscar nominations happened, and Sinners is now the most nominated movie of all time.
Pretty good.
So that's
pretty good.
Cool.
You know what? It's gonna make people mad when it does not win many of those awards.
Sure.
So again, it won't, and that's not a statement on the quality of the picture. That's just a statement of how the Oscar thing works. Yeah. My boy Ethan Hawke got in there.
Yeah, he did
for Blue Moon, where he plays a tiny little man. Which I really like that movie a lot. I'm like the head Blue Moon stan. That's me. I'm that guy.
You're the Blue Mooney?
I'm the Blue Mooney. That's me. I'm the Blue Mooney. And it's a really terrific picture. And I quite enjoy it. And I highly recommend it if you can find it. I don't know if it's playing in theaters anymore. I don't know what the deal is with that. But I highly recommend Blue Moon.
I think it's on digital now.
Probably. It makes sense.
Yeah. But Sinners, a lot of awards. One Battle After Another, a lot of nominations.
What are our Best Picture nominees?
Our Best Picture nominees are, let's see, where do they put them in the list? Why wouldn't they be at the top?
They're at the bottom. Stupid. That's why, because they announced that last. Both when they announced the award and when they announced the nominations.
Begonia.
Mm-hmm.
F1.
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
Hamnet.
Mm-hmm.
Marty Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams.
F1, insane.
Yeah, that feels like F1. They were like, well, we need a 10th.
But they don't. Like, the thing is that if movies don't get enough votes, they do less than 10. It's always at least 5 up to 10. And so there have been some years there's fewer than 10. And it's really weird because I don't think Apple did a really heavy campaign for it. I think they did like a regular campaign, like the kind of thing that they do like contractually.
Yeah.
But I don't think they did like a heavy duty campaign. They didn't push it really hard. You hear the cat scratching?
I do. Yeah.
He's trying to dig underneath some paper. Hey, psst, enough of that. He's such an irritating little son of a bitch. But here's the crazy thing. F1 could win.
Yeah.
Because here's the way it works. It's ranked choice voting. So you list your preferences in order, and that might mean that One Battle and Sinners end up canceling one another out if they both get like the same number of like 1 and 2s or whatever. But if most people put F1 number 3, that will get it more points. And so we end up in a situation where it's not going to happen, but it's mathematically possible that F1 is Best Picture of 2026.
That'd be pretty wild.
Did you see F1?
I did.
I like it a lot.
It's a good movie. Yeah, it's a good movie. I know, it's not Best Picture.
No, I never even considered the idea that it could be Best Picture. Never even thought
could
about
win that award that like the Flash won, where it was like
Flash enters the friend zone.
Yeah, like cinematic, cool. This movie was cool.
They don't do that anymore though.
No.
They did it that one year when the Snyder Bros tanked it, they were like, okay, we're never doing this again.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a Best Picture movie.
Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for on that list?
I mean, Sinners. I think Sinners is the most interesting of them all. I mean, I haven't seen all of them. I haven't seen Sentimental Value, and I haven't seen Secret Agent, so I can't speak on those.
You saw
I haven't seen Hamnet. What's that?
You saw Train Dreams?
No, I haven't seen. Was Train Dreams on there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. No, so I haven't seen like half of them. So that gets in the way. But of
the
the ones I
that
saw,
you have seen,
I would like to see Sinners win. I think it's the most it's the movie I like the most, and also I think from a production standpoint of making a movie, it must have been more. I imagine it was a difficult movie to make in many ways, and they pulled it off really well. So I'd like to see that. That's my thought.
I think Sinners. Sinners, one of those movies I walked out and I was like, and when it was, no, I didn't walk out in the middle of it. I walked out at the end of it, and I was like, oh, I've seen a generational picture. This is a defining picture of this era, and I think that means that it won't win the Oscar. Like, kind of traditionally, those pictures don't win the Oscar, and so I think One Battle's probably going to take it. I'm not saying I would be okay with
angry.
that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be angry.
I do think it should be Sinners. Or I also would not be angry if it was Marty Supreme, because I quite love Marty Supreme.
That I would be like,
nah. What if they did the vampire ending?
Then I'd be like, it's the best picture ever. Like at that point, that would be the most amazing movie of all time. If all of a sudden vampires showed up in the last 2 minutes, like, this is great. Give me more.
Yeah, I think that Sinners maybe isn't going to do it. I mean, again, it's like, maybe it will. I mean, like, I would love it to win, and I would love Coogler to win.
Yeah.
But I feel like One Battle has been kind of a juggernaut in the award season, leading up, and I feel like that momentum isn't really dissipating per se.
No.
And I think that Sinners' status as a genre picture ends up hurting it, I think.
Okay.
So a lot of horror on the Oscars this year.
Yeah.
Amy Madigan for Weapons. We got Ugly Stepsister in there. We really got some good stuff. Pretty exciting. So
I think it's goofy that the special effects one. I disagree with what they chose.
What did they choose?
So, I don't even remember.
Well, you disagree with all of the...
Not all of them, but what was it? There's one in there. I was like, what? Makeup
Best.
and hairstyling, I think they goofed on
Why?
because personally, I'm biased. Obviously, I am biased. I think Metamorpho is better makeup than the Smashing Machine. But what are you gonna do?
Okay, actually I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, do they have visual effects? It was which one? I mean, it's gonna go to Avatar, so it doesn't matter at the end of
It
the day.
doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I wasn't really overly impressed with Jurassic World's
Yeah. No,
effect.
it wasn't. It wasn't that
Crypto
great.
was better than those. But
I don't know about that, but people were.
and also Fantastic Four, the black hole sequence is better than anything in Jurassic World. I think.
People were really dumping on the idea that Avatar got a Best Costume Design nomination, and I disagree with the dunking because
I mean, those costumes had to be designed.
they're really designed and they're designed to
Yeah.
be real. Like they're designed, and they make them too. By the way,
They?
they're not
Okay.
wearing them when they're shooting it, but they make them to get like reference for how like beads move and shit like that. And so like they're not just like somebody just sitting there drawing. Like they're designing actual costumes that would actually work on a physical body.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that that's a silly nomination. I think it's kind of
No,
a cool
I think
nomination.
you had to do it. This is the one that confuses me.
Yeah.
Is that K-pop Demon Hunters got nominated for some stuff?
Yeah.
Didn't that premiere on Netflix? Doesn't that take it out of the running?
You know, I know they played around with how that works, and I wonder if at K-pop Demon Hunters played at a festival first.
I don't know.
I mean, like, I'm not really sure. I still haven't watched it, and I kind of gotta watch it.
It's good. It's good. It's very fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Got catchy songs. I think you'll like it.
No, it got a limited release when it was opened. So June 20th, 26th. So that's Oscar qualifying. They knew that they had a animated picture nominee on their hands. So it did the weekend that it opened on Netflix. It opened in theaters.
But I thought it had to be theatrical only for a period. And then no? Okay.
No.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So
That explains that.
yeah. And then they re-released it in theaters with the sing-along version. It made a ton of money. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm pretty interested in this year's Oscars. I mean, I love the Oscars, man. I just love it, and I've always loved it, and I'm always gonna love it, and I never understand people who complain about it. Like if I love big stupid award shows. I love people complain about the musical numbers. Like fuck you. Like I love the musical numbers. Play everything. Like I love it. I love the big, especially when they're really tacky and weird. I fucking love it most of all.
I definitely like that more than like. I don't need the president of the Academy to come out and talk for like 5 minutes. I don't care what he's got to say. Yeah. But the musical numbers, those are fun. That's fun to watch. I can get behind that. But, when they come out and explain how they count votes, it's like, yeah, you count votes. We get it. Like, it's not hard to figure this one out. It's fine. We don't need to discuss it every year.
I will say that this continues the streamers' really good record at the Oscars, by the way.
What?
The streamers have an incredible record at the Oscars, and it continues this year.
Do they?
Yeah, F1's an Apple movie for Apple streaming.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like influencers. I was like,
no. Train Dreams is a Netflix movie. Frankenstein's a Netflix movie. Like that's wild. Like we really are at a place where these are like it's next level. So it's pretty fascinating. Neon continues to also keep themselves up there in the Oscar race.
I mean, Warner Brothers got the most nominations, right? They got like 30. And
well, that's because they got
wild.
Sinners, which has the most nominations.
Well, and One Battle After Another, which has like the second most. Yeah, but like I think they have 30, and Sinners and One Battle make up like 29 of their nominations, and then Amy Madigan's the last one.
Delroy Lindo gets his first Oscar nomination. I believe,
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a tough category this year. It's Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another. Love him. He loved him in that movie. Like
amazing.
I think that his performance in that movie is the definition of a really good supporting role.
Yes.
Like he fucking changes the whole movie when he comes in. Like, it's like really powerful. Jacob Elordi for the creature in Frankenstein, which we can go back and forth.
Do not agree should be supporting.
Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, which is an amazing fucking performance as well. Like, I mean, Sean Penn's performance in that movie is so fucking good. Just the way he walks, like, tickles me endlessly. Just watching him walk in this movie, like he's got a fucking giant broomstick up his ass. Stellan Skarsgård, sentimental value. I haven't seen it, but that, you know, sounds like a fine performance. But Delroy Lindo, it's so exciting for Delroy Lindo. Like, I love Delroy Lindo, and he got robbed on the Vietnam movie that Spike Lee did, Five Bloods. Yeah. And you know, but also, I mean, like, honestly, like, all of the acting categories are really incredible this year. Because supporting actress Elle Fanning, there's 2 sentimental values. Then there's Amy Madigan. Then there's MCU star Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners. Remember her from Loki?
No.
She's the TVA agent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Teyana Taylor, who's unbelievable in One Battle After Another.
Yes.
And is, I mean, possibly the most beautiful person who ever lived. It's like, it's not sure. She's so beautiful. It's unreal.
It's upsetting.
But you know what I'm really happy to see get a nomination this year? Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue.
Yeah?
I saw that movie, and I liked it.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Yes, I'm aware. Yeah, it's the Neil Diamond cover band from Michigan movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Wisconsin, but
oh yes, I'm sorry, Wisconsin. Yeah.
It's pretty good, actually. Believe it or not, it's pretty good. She is great in it, and I'll tell you, most of the time in musical biopics, especially like husband-wife duo kind of a thing, the husband is the one that has the long dark night of the soul that gets addicted to drugs or booze or whatever. When the movie opens, Hugh Jackman's character is already 20 years sober. She ends up with the bad, fucked up situation. And I thought that was like very refreshing, frankly. But she's really good, and she has this insane accent. My friend Amy Nicholson over at the LA Times was telling me that when she saw the movie, she was like, this accent, it's so broad, it's so crazy. The Song Sung Blue is based on a documentary about these real people. Yep. And so she watched the documentary, and she says, oh no, Kate Hudson's just doing this woman's voice exactly. This is exactly what this woman sounds like. But it's a really good performance. The movie's kind of wild. Like, there's like wild twists and turns in it that you would not expect. And the craziest part of the whole movie is that they get somebody to play Eddie Vedder. And that made me feel like 110 years old.
That's weird.
And it's a young Eddie Vedder because they opened for Pearl Jam in like 1994, I think I want to say, or something like that. So it's like young Eddie Vedder, and there's some guy playing him. And I didn't think it really worked as Eddie Vedder per se, but like maybe I'm too close to it. But it was just weird to see somebody playing somebody who maybe was not alive when Pearl Jam had their first hits, playing Eddie Vedder. And that's what happens if you're from the 60s. That's what happens. You're always seeing movies, you know. But we haven't really gotten that, you know?
You have Timothy Chalamet out there playing Bob Dylan, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But we don't really have that for our generation. We haven't really hit that quite the same way. They did the Pavement movie, but like the Pavement movie, like it's not really, it's a joke that they're making a movie about Pavement. Yeah. Did you see the Pavement movie?
No, I did not.
It's so good. It's so good. And you know, Steve from Stranger Things plays, what's his name from Pavement? Oh my God. This is one of my favorite bands, and I'm totally spacing on Steve Malkmus. Steve from Stranger Things plays Steve Malkmus. But it's like in the movie, it's a documentary about them making a Pavement biopic and also doing a Pavement jukebox musical for Broadway. Okay. It's nuts. And the whole premise of the documentary is that Pavement's the biggest band of the 90s. And so it's really fucking fun. I love that movie a lot, actually. Yeah. I recommend it highly.
My favorite Eddie Vedder movie story is for Walk Hard, where he has a cameo in it to at the end of the movie. He's there to introduce Dewey Cox for his
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Lifetime Achievement Award thing.
Yeah.
and they were like, yeah, if you can just go out there and just say a couple of words, we're not going to show like a whole speech. You just need like 30 seconds is all we need. And he apparently he gave like a 7-minute speech that they were like, this is an amazing speech that he's just like, is this from the top of his head? Who knows? And it like,
That's so good.
yeah,
That's so good.
It's a great, the clip in the movie is great where it's like, what is it? He's like, if Dylan is Methuselah, and like, he's like comparing everyone to different biblical characters. It's great.
I have to watch that movie again. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Oh, I love that movie. You watch that and Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping. Mm-hmm. That's a great double feature. That's a perfect double feature right there.
I have to watch Walk Hard again before the Beatles movies come out. To compare and contrast how the Beatles movies play the Beatles versus how Walk Hard plays the Beatles.
Yeah. Would not be shocked if Walk Hard was closer to reality. Yeah.
Oh man, but I'm excited about the Oscars this year. I'm pretty psyched. I'm looking forward to it, man. I feel like this is one of the better lineups. There's not like a ton of movies in here that I'm like, ugh. I mean, I've missed a couple. I'm gonna have to catch up on a couple of them, but mostly I look at this and I go, oh, these are legit movies. These are mostly legit movies. So, yeah,
it's a good group, I guess. There's nothing in there where I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's exactly. There's no Green Book this year.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, there's nothing you look at and go, Jesus Christ. I mean, F1 is like weird, but like
F1 is weird. Yeah,
but you're not mad about it. It's not mad about it
because it's like, hey, I mean, it is a good movie.
Yeah, like, it's just like weird.
Yeah, it's just an odd one to see pop up in there.
Yeah,
and that's like it's only like no, it got like editing and sound design as well, right? Like they got that stuff. Which
I got that stuff. Which you expect
to
be
the
like
best
that
edited movie. It might be the best edited movie.
You expect that kind of movie to get those nominations. I will say also, my movie Sirat got 2 nominations, and I could not be happier. I love that movie. I did not think it was going to get nominated. I could not believe it was going to get nominated. And that's a Spanish picture, and it is fucking nuts. And I can't say anything about it because to say anything about it is to spoil it. I can tell you the first 2 minutes of the movie, which is about a guy who is traveling to raves, trying to find his daughter who has disappeared to go follow raves. Yeah. And it's fucking wild, man. Like, and I have never seen an audience impacted so hard by like twists in the plot as this, to the point like where the audience kind of got mad at the movie. But like, I was fucking psyched. I was like, this is crazy. I cannot believe you just did that. Like, I cannot believe you just did that. But it got Best International nomination and Best Sound. And Best Sound, I think it might, if people actually see the fucking movie, it might win because the sound in that picture is crazy. Although F1's probably going to take it, frankly. Because people are just going to say F1 because they're going to, oh, that's the loud movie. But Anyway.
Then,
all right.
And I have not seen Hamnet.
I got to see Hamnet.
But every time I see the trailer, I do laugh.
I will say that there's a really good click hole with Jacob Elordi, quote from Jacob Elordi saying, I don't get the big deal. And he's in it, I don't get the big deal about this movie. Kids used to die all the time back then.
But I laugh because the trailer just starts with, I believe, Jacob Elordi saying, William Shakespeare. And it's like, what? like that does not connect to anything they're showing in the, like, I mean, it connects to the movie, but it's such a weird, like, it feels like something where they're like, in the trailer, you have to make it very clear to people that this is about William Shakespeare. Otherwise, they're not going to understand what's going on. So the very first sound in the trailer is William Shakespeare. And it makes me laugh every time.
And I want to say, this movie's been out for a minute, and still nobody has a website up at ham.net.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's owned.
Wow.
The domain is registered. But like the studio didn't like go buy it or whatever. I mean, like ham.net, it just feels like you gotta have it. You gotta have ham.net.
I mean, the studio may own it and just not have done anything with it to make sure that nobody could do something with it.
No, you just have that redirect to your movie page. That's all you do. You just put a redirect on it. Somebody probably bought it like 30 years ago. You know what I mean? Like they've just been crouched on it forever.
Sitting on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Train Dreams. I don't know why I haven't watched Train Dreams.
We know why you haven't watched Train Dreams. Same reason it took you forever to watch Begonia. Same here. I haven't watched Train Dreams because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to sit down and watch this very serious movie about the Dust Bowl or whatever. Yeah. And like, I'm gonna like it. Like, I don't doubt that I'm gonna really love it, and I'm gonna watch it and go, why didn't I watch this already?
Yeah.
There's a thing I talked to with some other people who are similar to me in terms of like neurological weirdness, and it's the idea that I don't want to take a shower. And then I'm like, oh, I don't want to take a shower. Oh, I'm going to have to take off my clothes and get wet. Oh, God, it's the worst fucking thing. And then I get in the shower and I'm like, this is the most incredible experience that a human being could have. Like, why am I not in the shower 24 hours a day? Why am I not here? And then so many things in my life are like that where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. And then I do it and I'm like, this is incredible. I love doing this. And then I forget about it for the next time that I have to do it. And Train Dreams is exactly that. It's like, oh, I don't want to take a shower, but I know I'm going to sit down and go, my God, this is cinema. This is the movies. This is everything. But I'm still stuck in the, oh, I do not want to fucking take a shower.
Yeah.
Do you ever
I
get
also
that?
have to watch The Rip.
You have, that is not Oscar nominated.
No, but it looks fun. Looks enjoyable. But
I think it's pretty cool that they got Ben Affleck to star in a Rip Torn biography movie.
I saw today somebody on Blue Sky put, I don't understand why there's so many guns in this Rip Torn biography.
That's why I'm stealing the joke from that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Way to call me out, bro. But
well, don't be a joke thief, Carlos Mencia.
Oh,
was he the joke thief? God, I hope he was.
You're getting sued, buddy. All right. Well, that's the Oscars. What else we got for news?
What else do we have for news? Where'd my page go? There we go.
I don't know. Where'd your page go?
Wonder Man has premiered or debuted with solid reviews.
People
critics.
like it. People like it. People like the Wonder Mans.
Yep. I like it because once again, reviews are like, Marvel's back to doing what they do well. And it's like, yeah, but except for Secret Invasion, every single one of their shows got good reviews.
Yeah.
So, and it's always the same thing. Like, they're back to doing what they do. Mm-hmm. They're back at it.
People are reviewing a narrative and not necessarily an actual a thing. They're reviewing a narrative.
Yes. Sam Raimi, along with saying that he wants to make a Batman movie, said he will never make another Spider-Man movie because he feels it wouldn't be right for me to go back and try to resurrect my version of their story. So that's why he will not do another Spider-Man.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to look at it. Like, hey, I told my stories and they moved Spider-Man into other stories now, and it would be wrong for me to try and like do another Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. Like, it doesn't work anymore.
Fandom has incepted itself into believing Marvel and Sony is going to do a Spider-Man 4 Tobey Maguire movie. They've incepted it. Like, I don't know where they got it from, but it's almost like a thing that people take as gospel on certain corners of the internet, that there's going to be a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4. Yeah. And I don't know where they get
and also a Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 3. Yep. Those are going to happen now. It's like,
no, they wrapped up Andrew Garfield in No Way Home. That character's wrapped. I mean, we don't need to go back to him.
Do wonder if they will show up in the final Spider-Verse movie as like cameos.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and Tom Holland as well.
I wouldn't be shocked. I hope they pop in as live action though.
Yes, like how Donald Glover did in the first or in the second one, right?
Yeah. I think that'd be really fun.
Do it like that. That'd be cool. The internet is very angry because Christina Hodson is writing Batman: Brave and the Bold. And
why are they mad?
Flash movie? Well, because she wrote the Flash movie and nobody likes it.
Here's the thing. Look at the fucking history of the Flash movie. Like, we cannot place the blame for this one on at the feet of any one individual, frankly.
No, that is a movie that is the definition of design by committee. Mm-hmm. Like that movie went through so many changes and shifts and twists that who knows how much of what she wanted to do with it is actually what the movie is,
But people are also,
and the same with Andy Muschietti, like how much of that movie is him doing what he set out to do, and how much of it is Warner Brothers execs being like, no, you got to do all this stuff, and by the way, there's no money, so the effects are going to look like garbage, but you're going to have to pretend that that's what you wanted.
People are also mad because she wrote Birds of Prey.
which is great. I love that one.
I love Birds of Prey, so like, fine, bring it on. Like, somebody was complaining, what's with the egg sandwiches? I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, that's just like a delightful thing. It's just delightful. Yeah. Like, I mean, some people watch movies in ways that I don't understand, because I'm not saying Birds of Prey is the greatest movie ever made or whatever, but it's fun. It's interesting. It's good. You know, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that movie. I think it's quite enjoyable.
Yeah, agreed. Same.
But, all the same, people are very upset about it, that she's supposedly writing it. I mean, that has not been officially announced, but Deadline.
Yeah, it's as good as done. She's definitely signed a deal at the very least. Yeah.
I mean, they've been working on the movie for like 2 years.
Yeah, will her script be the one they use? Who knows? God only knows.
Yeah, and it does. There's a part of it too that's like, oh, this is why James Gunn has been like quiet about who's writing the Batman movie, because he's talked about it for a while, like, oh, we have a writer on it, but he wouldn't say who, and it's probably because
he knows the internet's going to have an issue.
Yeah, so he's trying to keep it away as long as possible.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. We have a trailer for the new Muppet Show test pilot, I'll call it, because their hope is that it's successful and then they can make a series out of it.
I actually did not see that on your list. Huh. I missed it.
It's right there.
Did you just add it recently?
Earlier today at some point. I don't know.
Huh. Wild. Okay, I missed it. I totally missed it. I thought I saw all your pieces. Does it look good?
It looks fun. Yeah. It's got Sabrina Carpenter is in it. She's hosting the show. And it's got good Muppet jokes. You know, it looks enjoyable. It looks fun.
I have to break in with some breaking news right now.
Yeah? Is this actual breaking news, or are you going to do something stupid?
President Donald Trump will not be attending the Super Bowl on February 8th in Santa Clara, California, he said in an interview with the New York Post. The reason? It's just too far away.
What? What?
It's just too far away. He knows he's going to get booed at the fucking stadium, so he doesn't want to go. But his excuse is it's too far. California's too far. I can't make that trip.
It's such a trek. That's schlepping all that way.
It's crazy, man. That's so fucking funny.
Does the president usually go to the Super Bowl?
No, but he has a bunch.
Okay.
He loves to go to so he did it last year. Okay. He loves to go to the Super Bowl, and because he loves to go places where people are going to applaud him and stuff. But he's not going to get applauded here this year. He is enormously unpopular at the moment.
Of all the excuses to give,
I know, it's so funny, isn't it?
Like, you can't say like, no, you know, we're prepping for the State of the Union and it's just too busy of a time or something.
Or yeah, I'm the president and it's nice to get away when I can, but there's just a lot going on these days, you know, like, but no, it's too far.
So I got to go to Mar-a-Lago and hang out there instead.
It's just too far away. That is so funny to me. Is that actual breaking news, do you think? Does that work?
No.
But it's funny.
But it's funny. It's funny news. It's not breaking news. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, but the Muppet Show, it looks good. It looks fun. And then the Masters of the Universe trailer was also released this week.
So, here's the thing about this trailer. How much of this movie do you think takes place in Eternia? Do you think he goes there in the first act or the third act? What do you think?
My theory is either he goes pretty quickly to Eternia, or it's not until like the last 20 minutes of the movie. It's one or the other.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Because I don't love the whole, hey, Adam lives on Earth as a regular guy.
Yeah.
I don't love that. I hate that, frankly.
Yeah, it's boring.
It's boring, and I mean, I think that audiences. I mean, Lord of the Rings, I feel like said, hey, audiences will 100% spend the whole movie in the world's weirdest fucking environment. Like,
I mean, you would think like Star Wars would have said that.
Yeah, but like Lord of the Rings like reinforced it. Do you know what I mean? Because everybody tried to do Star Wars and they were afraid to go full on Star Wars a lot of the time.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. They always had to like get an Earth person out into space a lot of it. Not always, but a lot of the time.
Yeah, you get your last Starfighters and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I just don't understand why he can't. And also, I'm going to say the dorkiest shit I've ever said.
Uh-oh.
You know, in in the lore of Masters of the Universe, Prince Adam is from Earth, but he was not born there. His mother is an astronaut who came from Earth and ended up on Eternia. And so the fact that that's not going to be the vibe, or maybe that, I don't know, like I don't know. But the best part about this trailer, there's some good stuff in the trailer. I think Skeletor looks amazing.
Yeah, I guess.
He looks like Skeletor.
He does, but
What?
I'm not a big He-Man guy. I've never been a big He-Man dude.
I mean, that's fine. I'm not either. I mean, when I was a kid, I was. I had many of the toys. My favorite toy was more Stinkor.
Into. Yeah, Stinkor was fun. I was more into like Thundercats, Visionaries, Insectoids. And He-Man was there. He was cool, but Visionaries had holograms on their chest. That was pretty cool. Thundercats were cat people. That was cool.
Yeah, but the thing is that He-Man was just so vaguely homoerotic. It was very exciting.
Vaguely is underselling it. I mean, there are characters called like Fisto and Ram Man.
Fisto.
Yeah. I'm still not sure if that comic panel is real or not.
Which one is that?
Where it's Fisto on the ground and He-Man's holding him and he's like, Fisto. And he says, I'm sorry, He-Man. I fisted as many as I could. It's like, what? I don't know if it's real or not. I don't want to know.
But I liked He-Man when I was a kid, young kid. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I watched the show. I watched the cartoon.
I liked the dolls because the dolls were weird.
They were. The toys were very strange. And Castle Grayskull was very cool.
Very cool. Castle Grayskull is iconic. We have to admit Castle Grayskull is iconic. However, the best part about the He-Man trailer is a part that I did not like when I saw it, but now I love it because it made people mad, which is
pronoun joke.
Pronoun joke. And people are like, oh, they gave He-Man pronouns. And it's like, listen to what you're saying right now.
Yeah, when I first saw that, I was like, that's got to be somebody making a joke, right?
It's 100% a joke.
About it. But, no, I'm saying like when I first saw somebody complain about it, I was like, this person must be doing like a gag that they're goofing on how people get angry about pronouns.
No, not at all.
No.
It's the same guy who was mad that Millie Alcock was dressed like a man at a Supergirl event.
At the Supergirl trailer premiere. Yeah.
So it's the same guy, and they're not. They're grifting. Many of them. I don't know if they believe it. That's the thing. I don't know if they believe it, but then they get other people to believe it. But like when you say they're giving He-Man pronouns, like that sentence is nuts. Like what the fuck is this person's name, bro? Like give me a fucking break. His name is a pronoun.
It's amazing.
Oh, and it's obviously a joke on He-Man. Like it's like not. It's like it's not a pro. It's not pro or anti pronouns.
It's a joke on. Yeah, his name being a pronoun. Yeah,
like it's people cannot. It's nuts. I thought Beastman looked pretty good.
Yeah, Beastman looked cool.
I'm going to say something that
I think there was an argument over whether or not the tiger. I forgot what the tiger's called, but whether or not he was green. People were arguing.
I don't think he's green.
He's green.
Is he green?
Yeah.
How can you? I didn't look green to me.
He's green. He's green with orange stripes.
I mean, I know that's what he's supposed to be. It didn't look that way.
That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like to me.
I did see some people getting mad that Idris Elba is man at arms.
Yes.
And I was like, come on, give me a fucking break.
I was mad by that.
Why?
Mainly because it's like, Idris Elba, please just choose a good movie to be in. That's why I was mad.
Come on, Idris, what are you doing?
Come on, man. I'm trying to support you, man. You're a great actor. But you keep making trash.
You're going to support him because I would say it's almost certain we're going to do Masters of the Universe for Watchmen.
Fuck.
Because it really fits, you know?
It does. It was a comic.
And not just that, but the toys came with comics in them.
Yeah.
So that was where the lore originated. I'm sure at some point this summer. I hope it's May. I hope it's for your birthday. That would make me delighted.
June.
Okay, well.
June 5th. So, too late. Not for my birthday.
So we're probably going to do Masters of the Universe for
June.
Watchmen for June. Yeah, that seems to make the most sense.
Although
is there another movie coming out June?
I think Supergirl comes out in June, doesn't it? Or is that July?
I don't know. But we may have to do 2 episodes in that case. Because I'm excited for Masters of the Universe, frankly, and because it looks really stupid. But the thing is, Travis Knight directed it. And you like Bumblebee, right?
No.
Or you hated Bumblebee?
I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine.
Well, he's a better than average director, I would say. So,
yeah, Supergirl's also June, apparently.
well, we'll figure it out. Anyway, all right, what else we got?
Sorry, Supergirl. We're going to have to do He-Man. Supergirl is June 26th, though, so we could maybe do that for July.
For July, yeah.
And then, speaking of Supergirl, we got our first look at Lobo in the new Supergirl commercial.
It looks like Lobo.
Yes. Yeah, it's weird.
It looks so much like Lobo. Not only does it look so much like Lobo, but it underlines something we've all felt for a long time now, which is that it was beyond stupid to cast Jason Momoa as Aquaman. Like, it was beyond stupid. Like,
you say we all. Let's keep in mind that includes Jason Momoa, who's been very open about when he got the call. He thought they were calling to tell him that they wanted him to play Lobo, and then they said Aquaman, and he was like, "What? Okay,
so
sure."
weird.
And he was great in the first Aquaman movie.
Yeah,
I mean, great in the second, but
yeah, I mean, I thought he did a really good job of taking piss to the face in the second one. Not everybody can take piss to the face like that.
No, he is one of the best piss takers. For sure. Yeah. He spent 6 months studying golden showers to pull that off.
You know what, we talked about this before, and it's not that interesting, but I will never stop being delighted that the last image of the Zack Snyder DCEU is somebody eating a fucking cockroach sandwich. Like, I will never, ever get tired of that. That is incredible.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Movie that opens with a superhero getting pissed in the face and ends with the bad guy eating a cockroach sandwich.
Yeah. So strange. So endlessly odd. Yeah. One day there's going to be a book about all that stuff, and I cannot wait to read it. I'm dying to read it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm shocked it has not happened already. Like, I don't know how it has not happened.
People haven't been willing to talk yet.
Well, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. But yeah, he looks like Lobo.
Looks like Lobo, man. Looks like Lobo. I don't know how they're getting a PG-13 on this picture. He's smoking a cigar. Smoking is supposed to be an automatic R now.
Is it? Well,
yeah.
Maybe he's smoking like a space tube.
This is the argument they make to the MPAA. Yeah. These are actually space tubes.
Space tube. Or maybe it's going to be an R-rated movie.
There's no way they're making an R-rated Supergirl. I mean, I guess I should not say no way, because God only knows what James Gunn is doing over there with Superman leading directly into the orgy scene in Peacemaker.
Exactly. He's not afraid. Yeah. Yeah. I will say, again, and I said this when we discussed the Supergirl trailer, I'm going to say about this commercial, I don't like the color grading of this stuff. It's so brown, and it's like, come on. Like, I'm really hoping that there's going to be, more.
I don't think it's going to. I think that this is probably a directive from on high to keep it looking different than Superman.
But
you want to create a different visual identity for this. I mean, it'll probably grow brighter as the movie goes.
I mean, it's just guess. Just brown is so boring. Like, fine, make it look different than Superman. Don't do just brown.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying I'm not necessarily defending it. I'm just saying that's, I think, might be one of the reasons why it has that color palette.
Well, that's goofy.
All right, we got anything else?
That's it for news.
All right, we got letters.
We do. Ian says, when I first watched episode 7 of HBO's Watchmen, I remember trying to catch every detail in the background. At last, I thought to myself, will the question I have about Watchmen's reality finally be answered? Unfortunately, episode 7 did not answer my question. That question, I put it to you, in the world where Dr. Manhattan exists, does the film Dr. Detroit still get made? In our world, the Detroitverse, if you will, the Brillstein Company produces the genial comedy Dr. Detroit, starring Dan Aykroyd, Howard Hessman, and Fran Drescher. It is the film where Aykroyd meets his wife, Donna Dixon, but in a world where Dr. Manhattan is an omnipresent figure, would creating a film called Dr. Detroit appear to be in bad taste, or at least a sure case of brand confusion? In a world of Watchmen, does Dan Aykroyd never meet the love of his life? If so, could it not be said that this is the greatest tragedy in the world of Watchmen? Your thoughts?
It's interesting. So within Dr. Detroit, Dan Aykroyd plays a guy who's a dork, and he ends up getting caught up in the pimp world.
Yeah.
And I wonder if in the Watchmen universe, Doctor Detroit is not caught up in the pimp world, but is caught up in the superhero world,
Yep. That's what I
or
would think.
is it just called Mister Detroit in this
Professor Detroit.
I feel like here's the thing. I feel like it has to exist. I feel like Doctor Detroit is probably a canon event. I think in all universes, Doctor Detroit exists, and I wouldn't want to live in a universe where it didn't exist, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, it came out in '83, so if it still comes out in '83,
I gotta say, by the way, it's pretty bad, but
yeah, it's a bad movie. Yeah,
but it is a very it's the first movie that Aykroyd made after John Belushi died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like one of his few.
Is that on its IMDb? Is that on the trivia?
No. That is not. I mean, I don't know. I'm not looking at IMDb. I just happen to know this about Doctor Detroit, and I know that it's one of the few times that he had like a sort of like a sole starring role. Usually he's like ensemble a little
people.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is pretty much a sole starring role. So yeah, I would hope that the Watchmen universe has a Doctor Detroit. I would, again, suspect that either instead of becoming a pimp, he becomes a superhero, but like a sexy superhero. Or perhaps, by the way, Doctor Detroit is the place where I discovered what the Players Ball is.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, Dr. Detroit was my introduction to the world of pimpology. Maybe I would have taken a different career path if I had followed up on Dr. Detroit. That was one like I watched, I remember as a kid, because I was like, oh, he's a pimp and there's hookers in it. And I was like, oh, this is going to be really sexy. And it's not even that sexy. So
I can't believe a Dan Aykroyd movie is not sexy. Crazy.
I know, but I was, when you're like 11 years old.
No, you're just like, oh, I'm going to see boobies.
I'm going to see boobs. Yeah, like that's it. Like that's all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that he's either called Mr. Detroit in the Watchmen universe, or he is some kind of sexual superhero, is my guess.
Okay. Yeah. I think they would go with Professor Detroit.
I mean, Professor, in the exact same story, though?
Yeah, he becomes a pimp. He's learning pimpology. He's a professor of pimping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sade says...
It was a great question, by the way. I just want to specify. It was a great question.
Yeah. Sade says, hey, guys, big fan of the podcast and writing since bad BMD days. Do y'all get the feeling that Avengers Secret Wars could be broken into two parts? There's an untitled Marvel film for December 2028, and I could see Disney wanting to squeeze one more giant cash cow out of RDJ before the soft reboot. Plus, Ryan Coogler recently said that Black Panther 3 is aiming for 2028. BP3 and Doctor Strange 3 could be a perfect incursion Battle World films leading up to Secret Wars 2, then kick off with the new era in X-Men in 2029.
So I want to say one thing, which is that there's a lot of speculation online about the idea that like there will be Marvel movies that come out that are like set on Battle World. This will never happen. There is no world where they do that. There's just no planet that happens on. As much as we all talk about like how the movies are all connected or how they're all setting other things up.
Yeah, that's too connected.
It's too connected. Like it's too connected. And they're just not going to do it that way. Like I mean, I could be wrong, obviously, but I don't believe so. Also, I don't think if they split Secret Wars in two, they have to pay Downey for two movies. This was the Superman thing, where they split Superman into two movies, and then there was like a whole brouhaha about people not getting paid for two movies.
Well, no, that was for
Three Musketeers. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Three Musketeers.
With Superman, they had already figured that out.
Right, they already figured it out. You're right. It's Three Musketeers, where they then cut that movie in half to make Three Musketeers and Four Musketeers, and they had not paid anybody for two movies. So that now they'd have to pay him for the other movie. Like, so that you're not saving any money by making a 5-hour movie and cutting it into 2.5-hour pieces. So I don't think that that's what's going to happen. I would guess that if I had to guess, maybe Black Panther 3 is that December 2028 movie. I mean, I know they've put it out in February for Black History Month in the past, but I do wonder if the premise is to put this in a prestige spot coming off of Sinners.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I don't believe we're going to see any individual Battle World movies. We might see movies that reference Battle World or that like have ramifications of Battle World in them, but I do not believe we're going to see a whole picture set on Battle World.
My theory is we will see an animated series on Battle World. That
Maybe.
they'll do like a what if kind of thing.
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be against it if that's what they wanted to do.
Like it
I
wouldn't
don't-
be a regular going series, but it'd be like 6 episodes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like Marvel Zombies. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be against it, but I'm not convinced that they're going to do that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I
maybe
guess
not,
it's all
you
going to
know.
depend on how Doomsday does. I mean, I think so much stuff is going to depend on how Doomsday does
Yeah.
in terms of like what they're looking at as the future of how they're doing this stuff. Because when we watch Iron Man 3 and I realized, oh, that first Iron Man, 2008, man, that's a very long time ago.
Yeah.
Like we're coming up on 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
That's a very long time.
It's a very long time.
So
Now
I'm
that
not,
there's no doubt, and I can't imagine anyone would doubt that Marvel's entire thing right now is we need to get to the X-Men.
Yeah.
That the X-Men is the golden goose waiting to be done. You know, as long as they don't screw it up too much. But we'll see.
I'm also not convinced we're getting a soft reboot. Maybe we are. I mean, I've heard things from people in Marvel that do indicate we're getting a soft reboot.
I mean, dude, Feige has said that.
Yeah, but what
he
is
doesn't
that?
like the word reboot. He likes reset.
Yeah, but what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like,
And then he said, like, oh, we can recast Iron Man and Captain America, and we'll prove it by paying Robert Downey Jr. $100 million.
and then bringing
come
Chris
back.
Evans back. Yeah.
Bring Chris Evans back. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I am curious, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see.
I think there's a very good chance that Marvel has placed a movie in December 2028 without knowing what that movie is going to be.
I mean, that's the other piece of it. They just stake out. Spots. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. And then Ben says, hey guys, love the pods as always. Now that you have a broader remit of Across the Omniverse, and it seems like you're covering everything that interests you, would you both consider giving us your top 10 films, TV shows, albums of the year? Love hearing your thoughts in depth on Watchmen, and I think a long form discussion of the year in general would be really interesting.
I mean, the thing is, I don't really do the lists anymore.
And I never really did.
Yeah, I used to do lists, and I don't. I was talking to a friend who still does lists for work, and the discussion that I had was like, the problem with lists is that are you actually making the list that you want to make? Or are you sitting there going, well, I got to have a foreign movie here. Oh, I got to have this. Oh, this is a little white. And the reality is that I think everybody, myself included, has those things going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that becomes complicated. So that's one of the many reasons. There's too much. It's not political, but there's too much. If we were doing like really honest lists, like truly honest lists, maybe, but I don't know that I could actually do that. Like I'm a person, and as a person, I think, well, I want to make sure that people think that I'm smart. You know what I mean? Like I don't want my entire top 10 TV shows of 2025 to be fucking ghost shows. Right? Like, and so,
Or in my case, it'd mostly be like, I watch news radio again, so I guess that's like, yeah.
the embarrassing part about this question is would not have albums of the year. I do not listen to enough new music.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't. Yeah.
Come up with 10 new albums of the year. I just do not. And I was listening to a Pod Save America today, and I heard the most insane thing that was said. It was said by one of the producers who is a Gen Z, and she was talking about the trend that's been happening, like show yourself in 2016. And she was like, 2016, that was a great year for music. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she goes, like the Chainsmokers. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Chainsmokers are horrible. And so you would recognize their song if you heard it. Because it was everywhere. It was everywhere.
I don't think you know me well.
But so I don't really have enough albums from 2025 to fill a list like that. And movies, I don't know. I haven't seen all the movies from 2025 that I feel like I would need to see to make any kind of statement about it. I was always very specific about that back in my list making days.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, like, some of my favorite TV shows, I think, are pretty obvious. Like, I don't think I have like crazy interesting favorite TV shows. The Pit and/or Studio. I like Pluribus. I thought The Rehearsal season 2 was great. I love The Chair Company. I'm the guy who really liked Alien Earth. Did I say Andor?
Yeah.
Oh, Adolescence is what I'm thinking. Adolescence, really great. I mean, that's like my TV takes are a little boring. I think they're a little normy. I don't think I have like particularly crazy. What are your favorite TV shows of the year?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, Pluribus is probably number one. The Pit, Andor.
The Pit's number one for me. Or Pit or Andor are number one. Those are my number one.
I think Pluribus would be number one. And I don't even like. I don't know what like numbering. It's hard. Like, who's to say? I don't even know what else I watched this like year. It's Always Sunny had a really good season. Yeah, I don't know. I watched a bunch of different stuff. Some of it I like. Some of it like clearly is escaping my mind. I'm guessing that Peacemaker season 2 would make it on there just because I can't think of 10 things. Like
Peacemaker season 2 would not make it on there for me.
But if I gotta have 10, like I don't know if I watched.
Do you watch The Studio?
I watched The Studio. Yeah, that was good.
I like that better than Peacemaker.
Yeah, sure. But now I'm at 4 without Peacemaker, right? So I still got 6 more spots. It's hard.
You come up with if you sat down and did it, you come up with. I will tell you that.
I don't know that I watched 10 new shows or even new seasons of shows in 2025. Because it's hard to say.
We watched a couple of them for this podcast. So
yeah, and we watched Andor. We watched Peacemaker. We watched Creature Commandos. Right, that was
Marvel Zombies.
Marvel Zombies. I also like. I guess if I have to fill in 10, that would be in there.
For the movies, I think maybe number one for me probably is War of the Worlds. If I had to make a list, have you watched War of the Worlds yet?
Yes, we've discussed this like 4 times.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not a good movie, and it's frighteningly bad.
It's fucking
to an
astonishingly
level.
bad.
Yeah, to a shocking level. Yeah.
It's inept. Did we talk about? We must have talked about it because I was fascinated.
But, I mean, this is part of why I don't like year-end lists. Is because like, if we were doing this like, okay, it's the end of the year, we got to get it done like the first week of January. I didn't watch Eddington until last week. That would not have been in my top 10.
Right, so that's the thing. So I haven't seen a couple of movies that I think, like Train Dreams, I think I probably should see. Or If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, I think I should probably see. Yeah. And I haven't seen them. So it's always really challenging for me. I do log my movies on Letterboxd now most of the time. I'm not always doing it. Like, I'm not 100% great at it. But I do it a lot. And that really helps if I'm trying to figure out, like, what I thought about the past year. Because it does give me, like, a list of what I saw.
Yeah.
Like, that really is very helpful to me.
I don't do that because Letterboxd would just show that I watch like Superman every week. And people will be like, what's wrong with this guy?
Oh, I know what the best TV show of the year was.
What?
Monster, the Ed Gein story.
Yeah, that would probably be on my list too because I can't think of 10 shows I watched.
But that's a great fucking show, though.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
It's really good. It's really good. Like, again, any show that ends with necrophile murderer Ed Gein doing the All That Jazz musical number at the end of his life and being greeted by other serial killers on the other side. You can't
pretty wild.
Go
it's pretty wild
with that.
Yeah.
And his mom being like, you made our name mean something.
It's pretty great. It's pretty
such
great.
A good show. I legitimately love that show.
I enjoyed watching that show. I was shocked that I enjoyed watching that show.
Yeah, legitimately enjoyed that show. Eddington is definitely on my top 10. That's a fucking amazing movie.
I mean, that might be my favorite movie of 2025.
Yeah.
You know,
Are you surprised that got
there's
no
still
Oscar
other ones.
nominations?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean,
There's no way.
that movie was gone the second it came out, and nobody wanted to talk about it. And I think that's too bad because I really do think it's a great, genius little movie.
Yeah.
And you know, but you know, like if I was coming up with the Oscar nominations, it would be like that, Friendship.
Naked Gun.
You know, Naked Gun would be on there.
I thought Friendship.
Sasquatch Sunsets.
I thought Friendship was okay.
I enjoyed it. I laughed very hard during that movie.
I laughed, but it was okay. I think he was much more successful with Chair Company.
I agree. Chair Company is better. Is definitely better.
Like
But
the Chair
I
Company captures, I think, something that really I wanted Friendship to be more like, which is
Yeah.
I wanted the world to be a little bit weirder.
Yeah.
Because I think it doesn't work for me 100%. Tim Robinson being dropped into a fairly regular world. I think I'm like always kind of like, huh? Like what?
There's got to be weirdness around him.
Yeah, and in the Chair Company, there's weirdness around him, and the world itself is just a little unhinged. Not crazy, but just a little unhinged.
Yeah.
And also, it gives the opportunity that he doesn't have to be the funniest guy in every single scene,
Yes.
which kind of is the deal of Friendship a lot.
Yes. Yeah. But
so-
I enjoyed it. I liked
No,
it.
I mean I liked it. I'm not against Friendship, but like it was not my. It was not. It would not make my top 10 of the year. I will say. So
It would make mine. It would make mine. I think. Again, I don't even remember what I saw.
would the Naked Gun make it?
Top 10? Yeah. The top 10 was definitely, I think, the funniest, straight up funniest movie I saw in theaters this year. I mean, that movie was like crying, laughing at
Yeah,
points,
no, it's fucking amazing. Yeah, it's an amazing movie,
Yeah.
and I absolutely loved it. And it did okay. It did pretty good. Makes me happy.
Yeah.
Although
No
they're not
sequel,
working
though.
on a sequel. Yeah.
Nope,
That's
too
too
bad.
If they did a sequel, I want Liam Neeson to piss his pants.
Yeah, he'd have to.
Like, would he do that? Would he make fun of himself in that way and have his Frank Drebin piss his pants?
I don't know. I don't know if he'd go that far. I don't know. You know, he has a sense of humor. We know that, but does he have a sense of humor about himself?
That's the question,
know.
right? And does he have a sense of humor about his apparently unchecked alcoholism that leads him to pissing his pants on a regular basis out in public?
Yeah.
Oh, my understanding, he's got a big old hog though, so
Well, yeah.
maybe he's not pissing his pants. Maybe his dick is so big that he thinks he's cutting off the urine stream, but it still has 6 extra inches to travel, and so
very
there's
possible.
like extra going down. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe his dick is so big that it just makes hid thigh sweat because it's rubbing up against his thighs all the time. And then it's so sweaty it looks like he pissed himself.
I can't. When we launched this program, I did not expect us to talk about big dicks as often as we
We
did.
should have just called the new show Big Dicks.
Oh man, if people want their
Brothers Big
questions,
Dicks.
I'm
That's what
glad-
it should have been called.
somebody sends in a question about our top 10 movies of the year, and we end up with Liam Neeson's giant hog.
Liam Neeson's dick is the #1 movie of the year. Yeah.
Long form feature. All right. If people want to send in their letters, where can they send them to?
They can send them to ask.cinema.sanga@gmail.com. And in the subject line, put what show you wanted for, Bad Batch or Across the Omniverse, and 1 question per email. And you can also go to cinema-sanga.com to get to our link tree. And you can, from there, you can find the Patreon. You can find the Cinema Sanga shop. You can find our Blue Skies, our Instagrams, all that kind of stuff.
Very nice.
So there you go.
Very nice. All right. You ready to talk about The Love Boat for the last
am.
time? For the last time
Well,
for now.
for-
Who knows? We'll
now.
see. We'll see. Some people love this series, and some people are vocally against this series. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right, here we go. The Love Boat, Season 9, Episode 3, Hidden Treasure, Picture from the Past, and Ace's Salary. You may note this is the final season of The Love Boat, and they have made some changes to The Love Boat, including they changed the theme song. Now Dionne Warwick is singing the theme song. And they've introduced the Love Boat Mermaids.
Yes, with Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher gets her big break as one of the dancers in the Love Boat Mermaids, and they would come and do entire songs, and they do an entire song here.
They do.
They really take their time doing
Yeah.
an entire song. Big changes. Big changes include Ted McGinley joining the cast.
Ted McGinley, famous for joining shows late. Right?
And
He did it
killing
for
them.
Happy Days. I don't know. I mean, Happy Days kept going for a while after he joined, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's bad.
Yes, it's bad. Yes, and
It's
Married
bad.
with Children, he's on the majority of that show because the
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't think that the show.
I
That show
think he
didn't
comes
jump
in
the
like
shark.
season 2. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that show didn't jump the shark. But I mean, he killed Love Boat, and Happy Days went to shit when he got on it. So
Yeah.
it's so funny when you watch Happy Days when he comes on it. Like he just doesn't belong in the 50s. Like he just has. Like it's weird.
are
He
they
looks
still
exactly,
in the 50s and when he joins it?
There is. I
Aren't
don't
they
think
like
time.
talking about Vietnam at that point?
Are they talking about Vietnam? I don't remember.
I think so.
Is it that late? Could be.
Yeah.
But like he just has something about his. He has on a show where everybody has 70s hair. He just has the most 70s hair.
He looks like 70s
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Like
he
he's like
really
Leisure
does.
Suit
Like
Larry,
even in this, this is what year? This is
85.
85. He looks like
Mhm.
he's coming out in 1978.
Yep. But the 70s is really interesting because the 70s was a real time period where everybody had 70s hair no matter what. So like Little House on the Prairie, everybody has 70s hair.
Hold on, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to. My brain is having trouble right now that this episode is from 1985. Which means also Ghostbusters. People are like watching Ghostbusters and The Love Boat, and they are so vastly different in like look.
Yeah.
Like, I think Buckaroo Banzai has come out by this point, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that
The
like
Star Wars-
84?
Star Wars trilogy's over. The Challenger's about to explode.
But I'm just talking about like fashion. Like this show, it's 1985. This show still looks like it's the 70s.
It's because it's catering to old people at this point, fully catering to old
wild.
people. I mean, it
It's
kind of
so
always was.
crazy.
It always kind of was, but it really is now. Now it's like, hey, the 80s have gotten crazy. Isn't it more comforting to remember what it was like 10 years ago? We haven't changed that much from there.
So wild. I just can't. Like I'm just imagining Peter Venkman walking onto the Love Boat, and it'd be like, what is happening? Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, you're all ghosts. I don't know how to tell you this. You all died in 1976.
I think that the fact that this came out in 1985 makes the whole Tom Bosley's plot even weirder.
Yeah.
Like, it's even weirder that he's like, you were in an art film in New York City. Like, it wasn't a sex movie. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm actually going to disagree with you.
really?
Yes. Because I think one thing we consistently think is like, oh, people were different. No, Midwest conservatives were always Midwest conservatives. They're always going to be Midwest conservatives. And the idea of New York is terrifying to them. And that she dyed her hair green is shocking and ruinous. And let's be honest, she was doing coke with Andy Warhol.
Well,
mean,
I wish
come
that the Love Boat had the guts to have Marion Ross say, I gave 6 guys a blowjob in an Andy Warhol movie. Like, that's what I want. Like, Joe D'Alessandro directed me blowing guys. Like, that's what I wanted. But we just get, I watch TV. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves on the story there. Ted McGinley plays Ace, who is the new photographer on the ship. I guess they never had one previously, or maybe we just never met
No, they
them.
did, because that's a big part of the story is the previous photographer got paid more.
Yeah, I guess we never saw him though. But he's a rich guy. Ted's a rich guy who is doing photography because he wants to, and he's not. He's new at it too. Is the crazy part. Like, very strange character choice. I read this. I don't know why that's the character. The rich boy who's moonlighting as a photographer, and he just started doing.
Also, in this, starts giving out like Marxisms.
Yeah,
He's very weird.
He becomes a real fucking union man over the course of this particular episode. Anyway, that's which story do we want to begin with?
I want to start off first with something that occurred to me during the opening credits, and I was not prepared for it to play into the episode. The opening credits were happening. I was like, how is it possible that Gopher and Isaac have not gotten promotions in the last 10 years? That they started the show.
There's no promotion to get from those roles.
I disagree. Like, there's got to be something like you move up in some way. Like I just don't buy it. I can't.
I mean, I guess like Isaac could like move up to like corporate and like be like in charge of beverage on a corporate level,
Yeah.
but there's no place in the boat to move up to for
No.
those guys.
No. But like but I'm just talking like I would it was just weird to me like, oh man, they're doing the same exact jobs on this boat for 10 years.
They love their
And
job.
as we learn, Isaac is not being paid well. Or maybe he is. I don't know, because he's very upset that he's not paid as much as the cruise director. But like, the cruise director is a bigger job than bartender. I don't know what to tell you, Isaac.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably the head bartender, was my guess. That's so, but because there must be other bartenders.
But well, we see other bartenders in this episode, which was very exciting. But do you think it's like
World building
Jordan-
on this episode?
It is. It is. Do you think it's like on Star Trek Next Generation in the first season, Geordi is not head of engineering. He's like an engineer.
No, he's not. He's not even an engineer. He was on the bridge. He's navigation, I want to say.
He whatever he is, he's something different. And
they
then he
switched
gets
departments. They switched departments. But the thing is that they needed they had another guy as engineering, and they weren't
they had a guy with like a
engineering,
thick New York accent. Yeah.
and they weren't going to do that much with him. But then they decided they wanted to do more of the engineering, and they moved him over.
Okay.
So is
But he in the show he like in Star Trek characters get like promotions and stuff.
characters never get promotions in Star Trek. In fact, one of the most famous things about Star Trek Voyager is that Harry Kim is an ensign for the entirety of the program. And that actually ends up being very important in Lower Decks when he becomes a super evil.
Yes.
time.
But I'm going to prove you wrong right now because Geordi gets a promotion. Data gets a promotion.
But Geordi doesn't get a promotion. That's not a promotion.
I'm not done. I'm not done. No, he does. He goes from lieutenant to lieutenant commander. I've been listening to a Star Trek podcast like constantly for like the last year, and they discuss these things in quite a bit. And then also, Cisco starts as commander and is promoted to captain.
So
on
Cisco,
Deep Space
that's
Nine.
a very interesting thing. So he was commander because on a stationary ship it would be commander, but then there was like a lot of rumbling, like, oh, you have your first black lead and you're not going to even let him be captain, so they made him captain. And
promotion.
I mean,
And
he
that's
did.
one of the stories about what's his name that played Wesley. Was that when he was in contract negotiations after like the second season or whatever, they said, we can't give you a raise, but we'll give your character a promotion. And he's like, what? Like, what does that do for me? So, yeah, they get promotions.
Remember when Will Wheaton got so upset because Larry David was beating up Elmo?
I thought about that the other day. I was like, man, what a weird moment that was. And then people arguing over whether or not it was right to be upset about it. It was like, very strange.
I'm just like, I mean, the thing is, I'm glad that I'm not the kind of person who's upset that Larry David beat up Elmo. Like, I'm glad that seems like a very hard kind of a person to be, like a very challenging situation. That I can see Larry David beating up Elmo and go, that's funny or whatever, and just move on with my day and not have it turn into a whole thing. So God,
Children could be watching.
But for the grace of God, go I, as a guy who's upset that Elmo got throttled.
There's about 90% of things I see online that people get upset about. And I'm like, what are you going to spend time on this right now?
Saw a very good one today. I'm going to read this to you because it's a very, very good one today. And I sent it to a friend, so I have it here in my text messages. I need to leave the internet. I just caught a story about someone going to a farmer's market, and I think I'm going to be physically ill. It's as if those of us who understand what's about to happen and the people going to fucking farmers markets live in two different realities.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, that one's really good because it's like, wait, do you believe that people should not be shopping for food anymore? Like, I don't really, what? That's really, really good. But
I always get excited when I see somebody in a similar format of that be like, I don't understand how anyone can do anything but pay attention to what's happening right now. And then their next thing is like, look at this cat. It's like, well, that's why, because we can't just focus on the horrors 24/7. Otherwise you go mad. So you got to do other stuff.
Threads is really good because that one was from Threads. I got another one from Threads today that was really, really good. A woman says, here in Cincinnati, I am seeing nothing like the predictions, even from earlier today, in terms of snow, rain, and or ice. Overhyped. And then a guy replies, and he is a old guy with the camera underneath his chin, like that angle. And He says, it's always overblown and exaggerated. I live in Anderson Township. Being upfront, I need to share that I live with herpes. Usually the deletes happen now.
Why does he need to be upfront about that when you're talking about the weather?
I don't know. It's so good. It's so good. I have to be upfront. I'm living with herpes. Usually the deletes happen right now. Yeah, because you disclosed your herpes in a discussion about snow.
I'm so confused by it. That's amazing.
It's so good, isn't it? That's a magic. Amazing. That's a magic reply. That's a magic reply.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that, as bad as social media is, you would go your whole life before social media without ever hearing that particular exchange.
Without anyone saying to you, before we go any further, I need to reveal that I have herpes. And you're like, we're talking about the weather. I don't know why this comes up right now.
So good. So good. All right.
Do you think he was sitting there writing? He's like, when I agree with this woman, she's going to be like, I want to bang that dude.
I mean,
so I better let her know.
100% what he's thinking. Because he mentions he lives in Anderson Township, which I'm assuming is in Ohio. And he's like trying to like skis on her or whatever. And my favorite thing on Threads is a lot of guys on Threads don't understand that how many bots there are on Threads. And so they'll like reply to bots doing like sexy AI photos like, hey, beautiful. Oh, hi, sweetie. And then there was a big one last week. A guy died. And his wife logged in on his account and said, hey, I wanted to let you know that Bob has passed away. And everyone's like, we don't know who the fuck Bob is, but they looked up his history, and his entire reply history was just him replying to AI naked girls saying, hi, babe. Oh, sweet to meet you. Love your boobies. Like, it's like a whole thing. This guy.
Oh,
people
Bob.
don't realize that everybody can see their replies, I think, is the thing. Especially old people don't realize that everybody can see your replies. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. So.
Poor Bob.
I mean, he's dead. It's not, poor Bob's wife, frankly, that she has to find out that her husband was hitting on every single AI bot on Threads for months.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I married an idiot.
I married an actual moron. All right. So which story are we doing?
I feel like we should start. I'm going to say we start with miscellaneous. What I put under Milton Berle miscellaneous. Because that is the Milton Berle story is the least time consuming, but there's interesting stuff with the payments I found.
But that's
and
part
also
of, that's all part of the Ace's salary story.
Yeah, this is all one story, but like none of it, like this is why it's miscellaneous, because none of these connect into the guests on the ship. They're their own like weird story about the crew.
Okay,
and they take up I would say the least amount of time. I believe, and I want to start with the most important question. Why does Gopher have a framed headshot of Captain Stubing?
How good is that? How good is that he has a framed headshot
picture
of Captain
all of them
Stubing?
together? I get that. It's all of them together. But right below it, just a headshot of Captain Stubing.
How amazing is that? It's so good. It's like such a weird, and it's such a specific choice by the art department. Yes. It's so funny. It's such a kiss up thing to do. Like, I kind of absolutely love that little detail.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird. Yeah. But so yeah, we'll start there.
Well, we'll start there with just Milton Berle or with the Ace's salary.
I think it all goes one in the same. They're one story.
Yeah, Milton Berle is in the Ace's salary story. Yeah, because there's only 3 stories.
Yes.
Okay, so it turns out that every year there's an audit, and the guy who does the audits is Milton Berle, playing a different character than he's played previously on the show. And he comes and he hates.
He's definitely not wearing a wig.
Is he wearing a fake mustache too?
He might have a fake mustache. That I can't say because I couldn't stop looking at his hairline, being like, it's not even on your head.
Cool. Yeah. And he hates Gopher, and he likes every single year to come to the audit and make life really miserable for Gopher. It actually has like an erotic component, frankly. Like there is like certainly like a psychosexual element here. Like you can imagine Milton Berle going back to his cabin and jerking off.
Like some kind of 50 Shades of Grey thing. Like, I'm going to have to spank you.
I'm like, but it's just like, it's like he gets off on making Gopher uncomfortable. Like, and Gopher is really upset because this guy has it out for him, and he knows that this year he lost a receipt for 1 ton of butter. They had a party for Isaac.
I want to stop right there. Why would this ship have 1 ton of butter on it?
I mean, they probably go through a tremendous amount of butter.
I'm sure they go through a tremendous amount of butter. Don't get me wrong. But their cruises are 3 to 10 days.
Yeah, but they come back and they load up and go on another cruise. A ton of butter probably lasts them like a month and a half.
You don't think they unload and have to clean the whole ship before they bring in the next group? Like, you have to restock everything.
Maybe, but like, I don't know, man. I mean, they don't get rid of all the unopened bottles of liquor. You know what I mean? Like they
no, you keep those, but anything like, okay, whenever we take off, we have 300 bottles of scotch. Okay, we return to port in Los Angeles.
Oh, I see what's happening here.
We're down to like 150. So
you believe that Gopher bought a giant 1 ton block of butter?
Yes.
I don't think that's what the case is.
He's missing a receipt for a ton of butter.
Well, he probably bought butter by the ton, but he probably bought like butter sticks or butter packets or something like that, is my guess.
But that's that's too much.
But no, because they cook for hundreds of people every single day, multiple meals, and they use butter every single time.
A ton is 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
They're going through 2,000 pounds of butter every time they go on a cruise?
No, but what I'm saying is that they may actually have more than a ton of butter on the ship at any one time. They just needed to re-up a ton worth of butter. But that they keep the butter for multiple cruises. The butter doesn't get taken off in between cruises because I don't think it's...
No, I'm not saying it gets taken off. I agree with that. But I just feel like a ton... I feel like 2,000 pounds of butter is a lot for 10 days.
I'm saying I don't think it's for 10 days. I think that they have it until they're done with it. I don't think it's one big block. I think it's like a ton worth
No,
of
I agree
stuff.
that it's not... I agree that it's not one big block, which is why ordering 1 ton is what throws me off. I could see like... like on the ship, they have a ton always, but when they dock and he's like, okay, we've gone through, like 1,100 pounds of butter. So we need 1,100 pounds to restock the full amount.
I know the answer to this. A ton of butter is funnier than anything else you can say for an amount of butter. A ton of butter is an inherently funnier amount of butter. So that's how that works. I believe that's how it works. He lost the receipt because it was Isaac's birthday and they threw a party in that little. Why they threw it in his little office, I cannot imagine. It is not a nice office. It's a little office, and he spilled champagne on it and lost the receipt.
It's a surprise party, and it definitely makes you wonder. Was it just the two of them? Because there's not enough space for like more than 3 people in that room.
Well, that's the thing, is that there's like some scenes later on where there's a couple of them in the room and they're like really like having to like maneuver around each other.
Yeah, it's real tight. Yeah. Also, they show like the crew lounge, and also could not fit more than like 3 people at a time in the crew lounge.
So I was talking to somebody. I was talking to somebody who has done cruises, and they said that actually Love Boat is a little on the legitimate side.
Oh yeah,
the rooms are a little bit bigger than they really are because they need to put big camera equipment in those rooms. Sure. So obviously it's going to be a little bit bigger. But like actually, like in terms of how that looks and sort of how the whole vibe is, it's not that far off.
All right.
So I mean, there's probably fewer Golden Age of Hollywood people on these boats, on these cruises, if I had to guess.
Every cruise has a Milton Berle impersonator, just to be safe.
So while Gopher is trying to find this receipt, he enlists Ace's help and gives Ace a folder to look at, and the folder happens to have everybody's salary on it. And Ace is immediately fucking scandalized because the previous photographer made a lot more money than he did. Yep. And then it turns out that everybody makes less money than they think they should. Doc makes the most money.
5 times as much as Isaac is what they say.
The doctor makes 5 times as much as the bartender. Like that honestly feels reasonable to me. That does not seem
that
crazy.
Seems almost low to me.
I know.
But again, I don't know what the bartender's being paid.
Well, I don't know if he's being paid, but also is there tipping on the Love Boat?
I would think so.
You would think so,
right? That you get your everything is charged to your room. Unless, well, I don't know. I guess on cruises, it's like all expenses paid, right?
It's inclusive. The Love Boat appears to be an all-inclusive cruise where you get like your drinks, you just walk up to the bar and just get a drink. Yeah. But like that's a case where you should be tipping extra because you're not really paying for the drinks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the person I talked to about the cruises, by the way, this is a person who has signed up for the Ascended Master level on the Patreon.
Oh, wow.
For $50 a month, Ascended Masters get the chance to chat with me on Zoom or the phone. And I have 10 slots, and it is often full. Currently, it is full. And but keep an eye on it because these chats are really good. I have a really nice time talking with folk, and it's really fun. And I've made some like friends with the folks. So very exciting. When I went to go see Fuck Toys, which I've talked about on this podcast, one of our Ascended Masters was there. It was really cool to meet him in person, and a couple of other readers and listeners were there. We sold a few tickets to go see Fuck Toys, which is very exciting for me.
That's very cool.
But he said that when he goes on a lot of cruises, and he said that the thing that's also very real about the Love Boat is that they do assign you to sit with strangers.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. Was that something we discussed?
No, we didn't. But I was always curious about it because it seems like hell.
Yeah. Oh, I would hate that. I would despise it.
But he loves it, and he talks about how you make friends on the boat, and like you see the same people for 10 days, and so you kind of become friendly. And you talk with them, and he says it's an introvert's nightmare because you'll be on the elevator in the ship, and people will be like, "Hey, where are you from?" Everybody's there like have a nice time and like be friendly, as opposed to be grumpy curmudgeons.
This is my hell, baby. One of my favorite Simpsons jokes with when Disco Stu goes to disco heaven and Frank Sinatra's there. It always made me laugh. This is my hell, baby.
So Ace discovers this, and Ace decides that he's going to organize the crew to get raises, and he spends a lot of time going around to everybody, like agitating about like how they're getting paid. And Julie, it's not Julie anymore. Who's the new cruise director? What's her name?
Nikki, isn't it? Something like that.
Maybe she's a little bit of continuity though. She's like when I took over from Julie, like wow, we're actually referencing that there used to be a different character.
Well, you need that for the Love Boat wiki.
You think there's like a love, for Star Trek?
There's definitely a Love Boat wiki.
No, there definitely. Actually, I'm not sure there is, but for Star Trek, there's Memory Alpha, which is the Star Trek wiki, but there's also Memory Beta, which is for non-canon stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, is there a Love Boat Beta where it's like details of the board game or like stuff like that?
It's very possible. I mean, I guarantee you, there's a Love Boat wiki. Everything's got a wiki.
I don't think there is, because I think I would have found it by now with the amount of searching for Love Boat stuff I've been doing. I don't think that there is a Love Boat wiki, but maybe there is.
Love Boat wiki on fandom.
If there is one, it's got nothing good in it.
It's got trending articles.
Yeah, like what?
The trending articles are Julie McCoy, Vicky Stubing, Judy. Judy is the new cruise director, right?
Judy.
By the way, her name is Judy McCoy. She seems to be Julie's sister or something.
There you go.
Let's find out.
There you go.
Yeah, Julie is her sister. That's what this wiki says.
I love that. That's very clean to have Julie replaced by her sister Judy. Julie and Judy. I love it. Oh man, it could not be better.
Smith.
But he gets everybody riled up, and then like the outcome of this story, like you're like, oh, they're gonna go on strike. Is there gonna be like a thing? The outcome of the story is they ask Gopher for a raise, and Gopher says, "Sure."
Sure, yeah, why not? I guess I'm in charge of that. Sure.
But I think it's kind of
funny. I don't
funny.
need to talk to corporate.
Well, I think it's really funny that like that's that Gopher has been specifically not giving them raises.
Yes.
Like he's just not done it.
Because he's afraid of Milton Berle. That's what it is.
But that's what Gopher's role is. He's the purser. Yeah. And so the purser does do payroll and stuff like that.
They do payroll, but I don't think the purser decides the pay. I think you'd have to go through HR. You'd have to get it approved by corporate.
I don't know. Maybe not back then.
You definitely would. This is not a rinky-dink organization. This is a massive organization. Every raise has to be approved by corporate. Because they have to, they're keeping track of all the boats and all the employees. So they got to make sure that they're not, overspending anywhere and stuff like that.
I guess.
In the least, I would think Captain Stubing at least has to like
No,
approve.
I think Captain Stubing, because the purser deals with all finances on the ship, so I have to imagine that Captain Stubing wants nothing to fucking do with that.
Yeah.
So I think that's the thing. I think
It'd be funny if they looked at like Captain Stubing's paid $2.3 million for every cruise, every 10 days. And then like string them up, they kill him.
Oh, it's crazy that Captain Stubing has his daughter on the ship taking up a berth that could go to passengers.
And she's probably on the payroll.
I bet she is. I bet she is on the payroll. So yeah, that's the whole story. Like the story is like kind of like low key because you think they're building towards drama and then there's no drama. So it's kind of like
literally they go to him and he's like, yeah, I guess, sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's a punchline, right? That's like, that is in and of itself a punchline. The idea that like you're building up to a thing and then you undercut it is a punchline. So it's because this is the comedy story on this episode. More, I mean, they all have comedy in them, but this is the comedy story. And I enjoyed this story, frankly. I liked it, and I thought that I also thought that Ace shouldn't get paid.
Sure. I mean, we don't see his photography, so I don't know how good he is.
Well, we know he's not good.
I'll say this.
Because Andy Warhol's guy is like, you suck at this.
No, Andy Warhol's guy says it's commercial. Was it
commercial garbage? Yeah,
commercial garbage. And he's like, oh, he didn't like it. He's like, no, Andy loved it because he loves that stuff. That's what he does. So yeah, that's Andy Warhol liked his stuff.
Also, this is the first. Okay.
No, go.
This is the first time that we've watched where they gave Gopher's first name.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
I can't believe you don't remember because his first name is Burl.
Burl Smith is his name?
Burl Smith is his name.
A horrible name.
It's a terrible fuck. No wonder he called Gopher.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, Burl Smith. Horrible fucking name.
That's weird.
Yeah. So
Doc has nothing to do in this episode, which is
no. Doc is like barely even in this episode.
Yeah.
He's like hardly, but that's fine. Like, are you sorry that he's not sexually harassing Marion Ross?
No, I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked that he does nothing. Like, I am shocked in the 3 episodes we've watched that Captain Stubing has had nothing to do in any episode.
He doesn't have a ton to do usually. That's
very surprising to me. And then, I'm shocked that also Isaac has not had a story. I mean, we only did 3 out of however many episodes.
We done 4.
4
out of 9 seasons, plus I think 3 or 4 movies. So yeah.
Okay, and Isaac has not had a story yet that we've seen.
Isaac has stories every now and again. Isaac is usually teamed up with Gopher. Gopher gets the most stories, I would say.
He's the Davy Jones of the crew.
Yeah, and like you kind of get it because like honestly, Fred Grandy is like very charismatic and like funny. So you kind of get why they're writing to that character a lot. And he's the guy that you can have anything happen to Gopher.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like Gopher's the kind of guy, like if he woke up and he was purple, you go, okay, what did Gopher get into this time? I think, but I like Isaac a lot. I like Isaac and Gopher a lot. That was why I was very surprised when Gopher called Doc his best friend in a previous episode. So I really feel like Isaac and Gopher are best friends.
Yeah, it makes no sense that anyone would consider Doc their best friend because he's a creepy bastard. But
I love that the show's premise, though, is that he is a creepy bastard, but he's highly desired. Like he is like the lover boy on the ship. Women flock to him. And you look at this guy and you're like, this guy looks like BTK. Like I don't understand like what the fuck. He has serial killer glasses on. Like what the fuck is happening here? So
Yeah, he is very creepy, very weird.
Very weird. Very weird.
I don't like him. But with Ace and whether or not he's a good photographer, I will say, knowing nothing about photography, I'm pretty sure he's not because his method of photography is to stand like a foot away from people and take their picture.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't think that that's a good method.
I'm going to send you...
He's shocked when the one guy takes the photo of all of them. And he's like, you just need the one? And he's like, I usually go through a roll to get one good shot.
Well, actually, photographers do very often snap a lot of photos.
Yeah, but this is all of them just standing there with the cake.
Right.
right? Like it's not a movement image. Like 2 or 3, I could definitely get it, but like you need a whole roll for people just standing still.
I just texted you
Oh man.
a picture that's related to this conversation. I'm going to put it in the show notes because this is the kind of photography I think Ace might do. It is.
Yep.
It is the most insane photo of Kristen Milioti I can't even imagine what was happening on that carpet.
Can I tell you in that first photo? In that first photo, I thought she didn't have pants on, and her skirt was her hands, and she was like trying to cover up. But nope, she's got just a very tiny skirt on.
But you can see all the way up that skirt. It's really that is not
very
an angle.
revealing.
That's the kind of angle you should go to jail for taking photos from.
Yes.
And then there's also a tight close up of her feet in hose.
Yeah.
So these are the kinds of.
I don't know why you saw this. I don't know why you're sending it to me.
Well, because we're talking about Ace's photography. This reminds me of Ace's photography, getting too close and taking weird angles and stuff like that. Also, because it's a funny tweet, because the guy that saw it retweeted it and said, "This is my first day as a press photographer. What do you think of my work?"
Yeah,
it's very funny.
And he's reposting from celeb hose feet. So.
Oh man, but I actually hate Ace and Ted McGinley, who is the villain in Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
I don't dislike Ted McGinley personally, but he does have the kind of face that if he got hit by a bus, I'd be pretty happy. Like in a movie, like I would be pretty satisfied.
I remember liking him on Married with Children.
I liked him on Married with Children, yeah.
And I have not seen Revenge of the Nerds since like I was in like grade school, so I can't speak on that. I don't remember anything about his Happy Days episodes.
Oh, they're quite bad.
Yeah.
It's so after Richie Cunningham leaves, they bring in Ted McGinley.
Yeah.
So
I can't talk on that. And then I can't think of anything else he's in. I don't know what he's been doing.
He's been a ton of shit.
On what's it called, isn't he?
I don't know. What is it called, buddy?
On Shrinking?
He is on Shrinking, yeah.
He's very good on Shrinking. He's really good on Shrinking. Yeah. And not just because his character's name is Derek. But
is his character named Derek, really?
Yes. Yeah.
No, he did a bunch of stuff. He's been all over the place. He's had actually a very good career, like in terms of like working. Like he has worked really consistently.
Yeah, I mean he's a steady worker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he is, I mean, again, this was a thing that was written back, the site jumptheshark.com named him the patron saint of shark jumping. By the way, I did not realize this until I looked it up, but apparently they made a joke about that in Married with Children.
Of him joining shows late?
Uh-huh.
Really?
He says, he's talking to Al Bundy, and he says, "Another picture, Captain? I mean, Fonzie? Al?"
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's kind of funny, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he also did a replacing people joke on Batman Brave and the Bold.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, Batmite replaces Batman with
Ted McGinley? That's great.
No, Aquaman. They changed Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
Ted McGinley, yeah. And Batmite does that, yeah. So
that's fun.
That's fun, right? And he's got it's a nice sense of humor about it. God bless him. But yeah, I mean, I think he's probably a nice guy. I'm not like anti Ted McGinley by any means.
Sure.
Although he keeps making religious movies, but I can't decide if that's actually just because he can get those jobs.
I don't know. I mean, is he still making them while doing Shrinking?
I mean, he's made them up until 2018.
So no.
He did God's Not Dead, A Light in the Darkness. He made a movie called Redeemed. He made a movie called Do You Believe? He made a movie called Christmas with a capital C. And these are all Christian movies.
Yeah. But it looks like once he got Shrinking, that stopped.
Well, he hasn't done any movies since 2018. That's the thing.
He did Silent Thunder in 2023.
Oh, I don't have that here on the Wikipedia. Oh.
Keeping Up with the Joneses. Oh, no, that was a TV show.
That's a TV show, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's like
Christmas Reservations, 2019.
He might very well be a Christian guy, or he might just be the guy who just can get those gigs. You know,
I think he's. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows? But
I saw a trailer for a fucking movie this last week, and it's sort of like the Latino 8 Mile kind of. It's apparently a real rapper, and it's like the movie about him and becoming like a rapper or whatever. It's called I can't remember the name of the fucking movie, but
it's a weird title for a movie.
I know, right? But the thing is, like, you're watching this trailer, like, this can't be real. This doesn't feel like a real movie. And then, fucking out of nowhere, Eric Roberts shows up in the trailer. You're like, holy shit!
That still suggests it may not be a real movie. Let's be honest.
Eric
Roberts is in like that talking cat movie, right?
He's in 600. He has 600 credits on IMDb.
Yeah,
over 600 credits. Yeah.
He makes like Eric Roberts shows up in David Ducatu movies.
Oh yeah. He's like. So I think he might be buddies. I might be buddies with him.
I'm guessing
because he's in all of those movies.
Is he? I know he's in a couple of them. I didn't know he was in all of them.
He's in like a bunch of them. I think he might be. I mean, he's at his best in a talking cat. That's the best one. Honestly, have you seen that one, the David Ducatu Talking Cat?
Unfortunately, I did. Yeah,
very, very good. Eric Roberts really giving it his all.
He's in that one. He's in the Bigfoot versus DB Sweeney, or DB Cooper rather. Not DB Sweeney, not the actor DB Sweeney. Although I would watch a movie where the actor DB Sweeney has to fight Bigfoot.
It's no less crazy than the movie that you're talking about.
I disagree. I think it is less crazy because you'd be like, yeah, that sounds kind of fun. Bigfoot versus DB Sweeney. That's kind of a funny concept. Bigfoot versus DB Cooper. You're like, what?
Yeah.
I don't understand how this comes about.
Yeah.
And then you watch the movie. I'm like, I don't think it does come about.
Yeah. It's something else. Anyway, Eric Roberts, really, remember he was like a big deal, man. He was like a hot young actor.
He was a great actor.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Is he still a good actor?
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, he lost it.
He in 2024, many of the movies that he made on Wikipedia do not have hyperlinks. So they don't have pages. But he made a movie in 2024 called Rice Girl, My Redneck Neighbor 2.
Okay.
He made a movie called
Garlic
Parmesan as Wing Guru. He made a movie called Snow White and the Seven Samurai.
There you go. It's so like you gotta wonder what like
he made Amityville Bigfoot.
There you go. Like, what is the Roberts Thanksgiving like? It's him. It's his daughter who's got a good career going, right? Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
And then Julia Roberts. And he's got to be like, what the fuck? Why am I doing these ones? What's going on? I mean,
I was
in the Pope of Greenwich Village.
It's kind of
Oscar. Did he win? I know he's nominated. I don't know if he won an Oscar.
I think he's getting paid nothing for these movies. I think it's part of the deal. I think he's making like no money on these movies.
Yeah.
But
then why is he doing them?
I mean, I think he probably just wants the money. He gets $6,000 to do a day on set. Like, he's not starring in any of these movies.
No.
He comes in and does one day on set.
Yeah.
He stars in Talking Cat, but
in Talking Cat, he's clearly just recording through a phone. So
yes, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's just his voice through a phone. He not connected at all to anything that's happening in the movie.
He is the Talking Cat.
Yes, he is the Talking Cat. And he watching that movie, there was a part of me that was like, this is a Bowfinger situation where he just had a conversation with somebody. They recorded it and then spliced his what he said in the conversation into a movie.
Oh my God. What did you think of the Ace's salary story?
It was kind of flat, kind of bland.
Yeah. It's real filler. It's got real filler feeling.
And again, I just could not get over, like, I could understand it if Isaac was like, hey, I've been on the ship for 8 years. I've not gotten a raise.
Right.
But being like, I'm not paid as much as the doctor.
Yeah.
You're the bartender.
He does have a good point, though, that the doctor borrowed $20 from him and didn't pay him back. That actually.
Yes, that's fucked up. But that's an issue to take up with Doc.
I agree. It's not a problem with Princess Cruise Line. I agree.
Yes. Yes. It is messed up that the Princess Cruise Line was like, all right, we're going to hire this guy to be a photographer, but he's rich, so we're not going to pay him. that much. Fuck
That's
'em.
not fucked up. That's how it should be.
I mean, it's kind of wild,
No, rich people shouldn't get paid
That's
for
taken
things.
into account, or maybe Gopher took that into account. I don't know.
Gopher's a class warrior. Yeah.
Well, so is
Burl.
Ace, because Ace says equal pay for equal work, which, by the way, you're not doing equal work. The cruise
he's not
director
doing-
is much busier than everybody, than those two.
The cruise director
doctor
is
is
so
much
busy.
more important.
I
Yeah,
would say that the three most important people on that ship that we know of are going to be Gopher, the cruise director, Judy or Julie, and the captain. Those are the three most important people on that ship. They're the ones that keep the ship going.
I think you just named 4 people out of the 3.
No, I'm saying Judy or Julie because they're both cruise
No,
directors.
but didn't
so
you say the doctor? You said Gopher,
No, I
the
didn't say the
doctor,
doctor.
Julie,
No.
or Judy? Oh, I thought you
No.
did. Okay.
Gopher,
You don't
Judy
think
or
the
Julie?
doctor would be pretty important?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a lot of work for the doctor to do on a cruise ship.
I bet people are shitting their brains out and dying all the time.
What
on
if they
cruises.
brought Love Boat back and they did a Love Boat version of that documentary Poop Cruise?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there probably is a lot of norovirus on the cruise ships, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I suspect the doctor is not that busy. I mean, I'm probably doing stuff, but like the cruise director and the purser, those are very busy roles. And the captain's a very busy role.
Yeah.
So the engineer's a very busy role too, but there's
we,
no,
yeah, but
there's
we
no
don't have
engineers
an
on the
engineer.
ship.
Yeah,
No.
and like I'm sure there's somebody going around making sure everything's fixed and whatnot, right? Like that kind of stuff. But we don't see those people.
Yeah, like there's no
The
maintenance
cook,
crew.
I bet the cook, like the head chef or whatever, is probably very busy. You know,
There's
I'll
so
tell you
many
one person
spin-off
who's not
opportunities.
busy.
Who's not busy?
Although maybe we should save this for the Andy or the Andy Griffith story. But whoever built the set for the dancers, that took weeks.
It's so crazy. I'm like, that's a bunch of pool noodles
Yes.
wrapped in like paper mache. Like that's what those are. Like that's it.
Yeah.
They're pool noodles. They're clearly pool noodles.
And then Captain Stupid's like, that took weeks to build. No, it did not. It took 5 minutes at the most.
You know what that probably means? That Gopher told him it took weeks, and he's stealing money. Gopher,
That's what's going on.
yeah. Gopher
like
Burl
it.
is stealing the money.
What
So yeah,
if it's the last episode of the series is Gopher gets arrested by the IRS?
that'd be amazing.
Right.
What if Gopher gets arrested by the guys that arrested Alf, and they're gonna These are the jokes that you have to listen to every one of the podcasts.
Yeah,
We're just carrying
the
this
full
over.
crossover.
Yeah, we're just carrying this over for Watchmen. But
We do it like the Superman Triangle era. If you're not on everything, you're gonna get lost sooner or later. Yeah.
So the Andy Griffith story, Andy Griffith and Cloris Leachman are looking for a hidden stamp, and the big twistaroonie is that Andy Griffith found out about it when he was in prison.
Yes. He's another Lonesome Rhodes character in this one.
Yes, he's a man with a past, and I think it's very funny that they have to go out of their way to be like, oh, actually, I'm accidentally in prison. Like that's
Yes.
like my favorite part
I was
of the
tricked
story.
into committing a crime.
Yes, I was tricked because he's a locksmith, and a guy convinced him to let him into his office to get his briefcase, but it turns out it wasn't the guy's briefcase or the guy's office, and Andy Griffith went to prison. Do you think Andy Griffith rolled over on that guy?
No, he went to
feels like-
prison.
I bet he probably got a reduced sentence. You think maybe? I don't know. 5 years actually is a lot for a first time offense on that.
Yeah,
and at his age.
Yeah, he went to prison.
Yeah,
He did not roll over.
that's a good point.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a good
not a
point.
snitch.
Did you know that Andy Griffith was an old man and he traveled to visit Don Knotts on his deathbed?
I did not know that.
Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
That is nice. And you know Andy Griffith did ads for Barack Obama?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, Andy Griffith, a good guy. Like
Yeah,
there's always
I
that
went to the
concern.
Andy Griffith Museum in North
I
Carolina.
know. I went to the town.
I went to the town. I did the whole tour of the town. I ate there. I went to the museum. The basement of the museum is a museum for Chang and Eng, the Siamese twins.
So
who are also
those that
lived in that town.
those that don't know, Andy Griffith's hometown is the basis for the town of Mayberry, in the Andy Griffith Show, and in Mayberry RFD, and technically in Gomer Pyle USMC. A lot of the whole Andy Griffith universe.
Yeah,
I used to like Gomer Pyle USMC a lot.
I love the Andy Griffith Show. I love that show. Like,
Shut up,
unabashedly.
damn.
I love Andy Griffith Show. I think it's very funny. I think it's very relaxing and nice.
Our generation, one of the things to understand about our generation is that Nirvana on their first album has a song that comes from the Andy Griffith Show.
Do they?
Floyd the Barber. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They have a song, Floyd the Barber. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so the town has kind of rebranded itself as the real life Mayberry, and I drove through it going to visit Grandma on her deathbed, and but it was night. I didn't. So most everything was closed when we went. We didn't.
I went during the day. I have a poster from one of the episodes of Andy Griffith Show hanging up here in my workspace, and I love it. And yeah, I love that show. I had a great time in that town. The museum was great. I love Facing the Crowd's one of my favorite movies. So
Facing the Crowd, great movie. That was the last ever episode of the canon was Facing the Crowd. We did that.
Yeah.
And that was right before Donald Trump won the election. And we had decided to do it because Donald Trump and because it's a very Trumpy movie.
yes,
Deeply Trumpy movie, deeply Trumpy
it's a very
character.
Fox News movie.
Well, that's the thing. It like really feels the two movies that I think the two old movies that you most want to watch to understand the last 10 years are Ace in the Hole and Facing the Crowd. Those are the two movies I think that old movies that really sum a lot of things up. I'm not counting Network as an old movie. Like when I say old movie, I'm talking about like for me as a Gen Xer.
I mean, Network is an old movie. I would count Network as an old movie, but I think Ace in the Hole is a better look at the the degradation of media, of press. There's that, and then.
But the thing is about Ace in the Hole is that the argument you make is that actually no, there's been no degradation of the press. It's actually always been like this.
No, but that's what I'm saying is like when people talk like, oh, the press used to be better. It's like no. It's always been showmanship and what's going to get the headlines. If it if it bleeds, it leads, and all that kind of stuff. And that's in there. And then Facing the Crowd is a look at, again, it's very similar to showmanship. And we're not interested in experts. We're interested in who can be loud and entertaining.
But also it's about a guy who's a criminal who puts on a sort of a holy persona, kind of.
Yes.
Like he fools the dummies in the audience into believing that he is like their champion, but he's just a grifter. And that's the Donald Trump story, right? So that's why we did that as the last episode. It was not planned as being the last episode of the canon, but it ended up being the last episode of the canon. It feels correct that was the last episode that we did. But Andy Griffith, a good guy. You never know. Like when you watch a show like this and you look up the people that are in it as guest stars, you never know where you're going to come down. Remember, Bill Bixby ended up being connected to the Trump administration.
But not like he worked for them. Let's be very clear.
Well, he was dead for fucking 20 years before Trump was elected.
But like his path to being connected to the Trump administration is not like he was like supporting.
If you go back and listen to the first,
I don't know what his politics are for Bill Bixby, but
I think they're probably mostly progressive. If you go back and listen to the first Love Boat episode we did, you'll hear a truly insane story of how Bill Bixby and Donald Trump administration are connected. Truly insane story. We have not had, the problem is we started the Love Boat series with that story, and none of the stories since have been as crazy as that. I can't match that. Nothing. The closest we get is that Andy Warhol got shot by Valerie Solanas and then kind of eventually died of the wound, essentially. Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to say I showed my millennial friend this episode.
Okay.
Because she wanted to see it because of the Andy Warhol of it. And I was talking to one of the other Ascended Masters as well about this show, and he had showed it to a millennial. He's a Gen Xer too, and he had showed it to a millennial. And both my millennial friend and his millennial friend had the exact same response, which was, I love this show. It's so comforting. It's very nice.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
That's the thing is I think people that are like kind of like against us doing this show have not watched it. And when you watch it, you're like, oh, it's like a warm bath of slop. Like this is very nice. This is very lovely.
You don't have to think, there's maybe 1 to 2 good laughs in each episode, like purposeful laughs. And then there's a bunch of stuff where you're like, what the hell? Like,
well, there's, I think this show, one of my favorite bits in, I think it's Airplane, where they're reading Sensible Chuckle magazine. Yes. And Love Boat gives me like a lot of sensible chuckles. I'm
yes.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm actually not even making that noise. I'm just going.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was, but this episode did have one bit that made me laugh out loud. I can't remember what it was, though.
So Andy Griffith and his wife Cloris Leachman have booked a cruise, and they've booked the cruise in the same room that this guy in prison told him that he had this. He went to prison for stealing a stamp, and the most valuable stamp in history. And he had hid it on the boat before he got arrested. And he told them what room he was in, 308 on the Aloha deck. And so they booked that room. Because Andy Griffith had gone to prison, they had lost everything, their house, all their money. Cloris Leachman took the last dimes that she had and booked this cruise so that they could get the stamp. I love the fact that they had to make sure that you knew that not only was Andy Griffith not a bad guy, that they did not intend to sell the stamp. They intended only to collect the insurance reward for finding the stamp.
Yeah,
so
they make it very clear. They're like, the stamp is worth like $2 million, whatever.
Which in 1985 money is pretty good, you know?
Which is pretty good. And they say, we only want to turn it in for the insurance company's reward, which is $75,000, which is in 1985 a good amount of money, but nowhere near $2 million.
Yeah, nowhere near. You know? Cloris Leachman, COVID-19 got her.
Did it? That's too bad.
Yeah. COVID-19 got her. What is your favorite Cloris Leachman performance?
I mean, Young Frankenstein.
I mean, Frau Blucher. Like, there's like you kind of
can't beat that. You can't beat that.
I mean, she's a bunch of good roles in a bunch of different Mel Brooks movies.
Yes.
You know,
she was in something I watched recently.
What'd you watch?
A sitcom. I can't remember what.
She did a bunch of fucking sitcoms. She did a.
But this was like her older.
I'm saying that she did them late. Like she was doing sitcoms late in life.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
But I really like Cloris Leachman a lot, and she was she placed she got a scholarship from the Miss America pageant.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. And then she went and she studied under Elia Kazan at the Actor Studio. Another great example of an actor of that era who went and studied under the greatest acting coaches of all time and then like did Broadway. She was in South Pacific and then ends up on the Love Boat doing a bit where Andy Griffith is burying his face in her ass.
Yes. Yeah. Which, by the way, not for nothing, but when she started getting up on that little shelf and she's wearing like high heels, I was like, she's going to fall. She's going to get hurt. This is a very dangerous thing.
That's why Andy Griffith went to help her.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that scene, she's looking inside an air vent for the stamp, and he's holding her from behind. He's got his face in her ass, and Isaac.
And then Isaac just walks into their room.
And
this is why Isaac's not being paid more, because there's probably complaints about this all the time.
He walks in to find this old man with his face in he's eating ass. This old man is tossing his wife salad, and Isaac walks in, and instead of going, "I'm so sorry, I'll come back later," he launches into a conversation with him.
He's like, "Hey, continue what you're doing. I've got this gift basket for you guys.
So funny.
Let me talk to you for a little bit.
Not like I'll leave it outside or whatever. So I'm gonna hang out here and talk. Like, you just go ahead. Yeah, keep eating her ass. Keep doing it. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I probably should not have just walked in.
Yes.
Because that is extremely rude. And we probably have rules about that as the crew, that we're not allowed to just walk into a room.
Yeah, you would think. So they destroy the whole room. They take the whole room apart, including taking apart the pillows, which seems stupid. Because they're not the same pillows, man. They take the
even
pillows.
If they were the same pillows, they've gone through the wash. If the stamp is in there, it's ruined.
But they can't find the stamp, and then they discover that actually their room was not always that same room number, that there was a remodel, which we may have seen on the show, by the way. When Conrad Bain and Janet Leigh got locked in a room, they were doing a remodel. Perhaps more continuity for the Love Boat fans.
I do wonder, and this is the honest to God question. I'm not trying to goof on the show here. When you do a remodel, do you also change the room numbers?
If they change the room sizes, probably.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if part of the remodel was to take 301 and 303 and knock down the wall and make one big suite, then
sure. But they say, before the remodel, the room you're in, the room number was on the other side of the ship.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's probably just a bit. But they realize that it's in a different room, and this episode has a little bit of crossover action more than they usually do, because the room that the stamp's in is actually Milton Berle's room,
Yeah.
And so they do a whole complicated breaking into Milton Berle's room. They saw Milton Berle leave to go see the mermaids, and like he's going to be jacking it for an hour at least. But he forgot his pipe. Did you laugh out loud when she gives him a pipe?
What made me, that is the moment that made me laugh out loud, but it's when she opens up the door again and puts his actual pipe in his mouth.
His mouth.
I was like, that's funny. That's always funny to me when things like that happen.
There's a moment like, so he comes and he hears people inside his room. He's like, who's in there? Come out.
What made me, I'm sorry, I got to take it back. What made me laugh in that sequence is when they're at the door and Cloris Leachman is trying to open it, and Andy Griffith's like, let me take a look. And he's like, oh, this is a,
double spring loaded.
Double spring, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, can you open it? He's like, yeah. It's unlocked, and he just opens it. I was like, "That's very funny." That made me laugh.
But she pops her head out of the room that Milton Berle's trying to get into, and she has a towel around her head. And he goes, "Why are you wearing a towel on your head?" And I was like, "Oh no, this is going to get racist." I was like, "Oh shit!" It doesn't though. She says, "We're steam cleaning the room. It's very hot in here." Yes. They destroy his room too. And this is a real problem for Gopher because Gopher's already worried about this fucking. I don't know why this guy would blame Gopher for somebody else ransacking his room.
I do not know.
That doesn't feel like Gopher's fault.
I do want to go back a bit to when they learned about the room number change. This is at the party for because also this whole episode this is the 200th episode.
Yeah,
and this is in the show. This is the 200th cruise.
Voyage.
Yeah, which. Captain Stupid keeps calling reunion, which confused me. He calls it reunion like twice. I was like, it's not a reunion.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? But they have a big cake for 200. He is so excited to cut into that cake.
He's like a murderer. Loves cake. We just
he doesn't eat it. He likes to cut them open and then walk away.
Because we established that last episode we watched, Chubbs' cake. He could not. He was fucking dying.
Could not wait for that cake. But and in that one too, he only cuts it open. I don't think he eats it. So I think what he likes is just stabbing things. You're allowed to stab cakes.
There you go.
Yes.
So Gopher figures out. Isaac figures out that it's them because of something they said to him.
He's like, were they eating ass? I know who it was.
Was there signs that a salad got tossed in that room? And so Gopher sits him down and is like, hey, guys, you can't keep fucking destroying rooms on my ship.
Again, not to throw us off too far, of course. He goes to them in the morning. They're having breakfast. She has an orange.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Griffith has a bowl of like 5 bananas. What is going on? That's too much potassium. You can't do that. That's very bad.
Maybe he gets leg cramps.
Good.
He might have leg cramps.
Maybe. He took an entire bunch of bananas. He's like, I mean, these.
On both seasons of the Pit so far, low potassium's been a big issue for people. So maybe
I have a banana every day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gopher tells them, hey, you can't, and then he ends up ratting them out to Captain Stubing, which like sucks, frankly. Like Gopher,
but he does it after they destroy the set.
Yeah, that's right. Because they then realize, okay, maybe this guy liked hanging out with showgirls. Maybe it's backstage.
Yeah, because at first at the breakfast, he's like, "Look, guys, just don't do this anymore,
right?
And we'll let it go." And then they continue, and he's like, "Well, now I gotta bring it up. I got no choice. You destroyed the set in front of the captain. He saw it." And he's clearly very upset about it because it took weeks to build that set.
There's a wild bit where Cloris Leachman's backstage and she's like hiding behind like some tree, and the dancers are doing their stretches, and one dancer just has her leg all the way up and her crotch all the way out, and you're like, oh, this is just horny old man bait. Like, this is crazy. Like, this
that entire dance sequence, that's all that is.
Yes, that's a horny old man bait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who would love that? Itchy.
Our grandfather?
Itchy from the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yes.
He would 100% jack off in the living room to that dance number.
Yeah. And to Let's Get Physical. Yeah.
Yeah. Terry Hatcher's hair is very big.
Very big hair.
Very big hair.
It's interesting because Terry Hatcher, I did not recognize any of the other dancers. So as far as I can tell, Terry Hatcher
she's the only one
big
really
breakout.
Yeah.
But she's in the back for most of it. So I'm guessing I don't know her as a singer. Maybe she can't sing. And she seemed to be as good a dancer as the rest of them, but I'm
sure they're not singing. They're not really singing, I'm sure.
You don't think the two main ones that they show singing are singing?
I don't think so. No.
I would think they were.
They would
but all right.
they would never record them singing on set anyway.
No, I don't think they would record them singing on set, but I think that they, instead of hiring somebody to sing and somebody to do lip sync and dancing, they would just get, okay, this is a singer dancer.
No, I don't.
That's one paycheck instead of two.
No, for the mermaids, I guarantee they're hiring them for hot and dancing, and then singing they don't care because it costs nothing to throw to a studio musician to do it.
Sure.
It's just that shit cost nothing back then.
Yeah.
For a show like this, you know. Captain Stubing tells them, "Hey, you know what? First of all, Andy Griffith's like, please don't put me back in prison," and which is tough. Like this guy's like, you know, he might. I wonder what kind of experience. Do you think Andy Griffith had to kill a guy in prison?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think he shivved a guy?
That's how he got the newspaper article from the guy who was like, "I'm going to get that stamp back." Yeah,
do you think he had? Do you think he had an Andy Dufresne moment in prison where he's like, "You can put whatever you want in my ass, but everywhere it goes my mouth, I'm biting it off"? Do you think Andy Griffith said that to somebody?
Yes, definitely, without a doubt. That line came from Andy Griffith's real life.
That quote reached you at the Andy Griffith Museum.
Yeah. That's at the exits, actually.
These podcasts are just getting more unhinged every single week. He tells them that the stamp was actually found during the renovations, and so there's nothing. And so Cloris Leachman like, "Oh shit, our entire life savings is gone." And he's like, "Oh baby, don't worry about it. You know, we'll just be broke, but we're happy, and we'll be broke and happy again." And they're going off the boat at the end of the episode, and they stop in front of this picture of the Pacific Princess that I don't know if we've ever seen it before. And they're like, "Look at this boat. Remember the time that we were robbing this room and robbing that room?" And then as they're leaving, they realize that it's ringed by flags, but one of the flags is weird looking, and Cloris Leachman realizes that it is the stamp. And Captain Stubing, to his credit, is like, "Let me get you your stamp."
Yes.
Like, Captain Stubing should be like, "Fuck you, it's my boat."
Yeah.
But he's pretty cool
I get
about
that
it.
money. No, he's like, "Hey, all right, we'll do that for you."
Yeah, so he gives him the stamp.
And then Cloris Leachman hugs him and kisses him, and then he goes in for a second kiss, which is very uncomfortable because her husband is standing right there. Yeah.
But he doesn't think.
Want to go back a bit?
Yeah.
There's a scene between Gopher and Captain Stubing where Captain Stubing is looking up the stamp in his.
Oh, that's right. And he turned out he lied to them. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, "I lied to them that because I just wanted to stop them from destroying the ship. You know, we've obviously looked everywhere. Clearly, you haven't because it's in your fucking entryway.
It's in the lobby. Yeah.
But also, he has a book of stamp prices, which it occurred to me like back then in a story like this, you had to like. I guess he just happens to have a book of stamp prices because otherwise, we're not going to be able to explain the scene. But today it would just be the internet. It's so much easier.
Well, I'm going to guess that the Pacific Princess has a library.
He puts it back on his shelf in his office.
That's a good point. Maybe he's maybe he's a philatelist. Is that what the word is?
He seems to not know anything about stamps. I don't know. Maybe he does or I mean, they could always do that kind of thing. That's a psych joke that Gus always is into whatever nerdy weird thing that they have to know about for the crime they're solving. Gus is like, "I'm part of that, blah blah blah." But like, so maybe that's what Captain Stubing's thing is. Like, I'm the captain. I know everything about everything at all times, or at least have books to check on these things. But it's just funny to me.
Yeah. It is interesting that he has that book, but I mean, maybe he's, as a captain, he's got to have information in his fingertips.
Sure.
What'd you think of this storyline?
I liked it because I like Andy Griffith and I like Cloris Leachman, and I thought it was fun watching them together.
But the thing is that they don't get to do that much funny stuff, really. I mean, their story is funny, but like it's not that funny.
None of these stories are all that funny.
Yeah.
I would say of the 4 episodes we've done, this
Andy
is the least.
Warhol is fucking hilarious.
I disagree.
Every time that Andy Warhol is standing on screen and does not even appear to be capable of being a human being, is amazing. He
definitely at one point has to wave. It is the most uncomfortable wave I've ever seen.
He can't wave. He can't wave believably. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
No, that is impressive. But the story itself is not very funny, is what I mean.
No. But there's a lot of funny stuff in it.
I did wonder with the Andy Warhol story if originally Andy Warhol had more to say in the episode, and then like on the first day of filming, like he cannot act. Let's just have this guy say everything. And Andy Warhol, we will keep to 2 words every time, and that's it. He never says more than like 2 words.
Well, the thing is that they have a character whose whole thing is
saying everything for Andy Warhol.
Yeah. Which actually, though, to tell you the truth, like, that actually makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, you feel like maybe Andy Warhol does have a guy that
I'm sure he would. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. But it was just funny the way that they, like, it felt to me there was a thing like, after the first day of filming, they're like, he cannot act. And
well, okay,
like,
so here's the thing.
It's not like we're trying to get Emmys here, but this is rough.
So here's the thing. So the other story is the Andy Warhol story, which is Picture of the Past. And Andy Warhol comes on the boat for the 200th thing, and he's going to do a thing where he's going to paint a portrait of one person on the boat. Yeah. But he had in his diaries, which have been published, in 1979, he was trying to get on the Love Boat.
Okay.
It took until 1985. And he has some things that he has to say about it, which is, I started to get scared. I don't know if I can go through with it, but he does do it. And then he says, there's a girl on the boat named Mary with her husband, and she's a superstar of mine, and she doesn't want her husband to know that she's the Marina Del Rey. And I just have a few lines, things like, hello, Mary. But one of the lines I have to say is something like, art is crass commercialism, which I don't want to say. So I'm assuming they gave that was supposed to be his line, and they gave it to his guy.
To the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah, to Ramon. So that feels like a really interesting...
and that's the scene where he gives the weird wave.
Yes. My Steven Sprouse jackets were there on the wardrobe rack, he says. When I wear them, I think I finally look like people want Andy Warhol to look again. And, so that's his take on it. But he wanted to do it. As we're walking off, the Love Boat girl asks Raymond St. Jacques, how does an artist know when a painting is really successful? And he says, when the check clears. But on one take, they did it wrong, and it was better. She said, when is a painting really finished? And unfortunately, that version of the line seems to have been a bit too Warholian for the Pacific Princess.
That is a better line.
It's a better line.
It's a better joke, yeah.
Yeah, it's finished when the check clears, yeah. So he wanted to do it. So he comes on, and he's taking photos of people on the ship, and Isaac wants to get painted. He tells Andy Warhol he was voted most photogenic in high school.
Which he tells that to him, but also Isaac, you can't win the contest. You're an employee. There's no way you can win the contest.
Do you think ethics is a big deal on the Love Boat?
I think that is something that the corporation would be like, no, it's got to be for the guests. Like, this is a contest for the guests. I also think at the end he chooses Mrs. Cunningham to be the one he paints, who worked with him in the past. I think that would also be an issue. They'd be like, no, you can't choose somebody that was under your employ to be the one.
His guy Ramon, who is always wearing a Walkman the whole episode, every single scene, no matter what he's wearing, he's got a Walkman on.
Yeah.
That's played by Raymond St. Jacques. Raymond St. Jacques, interesting guy because he was the first black actor to ever have a recurring role in a Western. He was on Rawhide.
Oh, really?
Black actors had guest star roles, but he was a regular on that show. And so that was like kind of his big thing. He's also in Cotton Comes to Harlem, which is a very fucking
great movie.
Yeah. And the Wikipedia tells me that he was a lifelong bachelor, and I think we all know what that means.
Yes. By the way, I did forget to mention, to connect this to our original concept, that we would do episodes of Love Boat that had superhero connections.
Yeah.
Cloris Leachman played Granny Goodness in Justice League short.
There you go.
Animated
there you
shows.
Go. I mean, that's the thing, is you can always find somebody that did a cartoon voice. Like, it's crazy how... I mean, Ted McGinley was Aquaman on Batman Brave and the Bold. So we got it, like it's right there. So Andy Warhol's doing this, and Marion Ross and Tom Bosley are there as a couple, and they're celebrating, I don't know what they're celebrating. He's about to become the
No,
president of the Rotary Club.
this is their yearly vacation, but they
Okay.
won a trip, so they're not doing what they normally do for their vacation,
Okay.
which is they go fishing or something like that.
So both of these
Did you
actors
catch the Happy Days joke, by the way?
I did. So I was about to get there because the casting of them as husband and wife is a Happy Days reference. And at one point they say they're going to go home and tell their son Chuck about what happened. And Chuck famously, in the first season of Happy Days, they had three kids. They had Joni, Richie, and Chuck. And Chuck, one episode of the Happy Days, goes upstairs and never comes back down.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, all of a sudden he's gone.
He's just
and
gone.
He was living in the space above the garage.
No, he was living upstairs.
One day the Fonz was living in the space above.
That's where the Fonz lives. He lives in the space above the garage. No, Chuck just disappears. They didn't even write him out. They just stopped having him appear. And so one can assume that Chuck died in Korea. And the family could never just deal with it.
They just never discuss it.
They can't talk about it. You can't talk about it from mom. Like
Richie's way of handling it was imagining Mork from Mork coming from space. Yeah.
So that's the inside joke, and that's a good joke. That Chuck joke.
Yeah.
Good joke. And in 1985, that's a pretty obscure joke.
I guess. I mean,
you got to be like a real sicko to remember that Chuck was only in the first season of Happy Days, because by this point, by 85, Happy Days had become a fucking juggernaut, and nobody thinks about any of that shit. You know what I mean?
Do they not? I mean, I knew it as a kid that it was a thing.
We were real sickos. Happy Days began in 1974, by the way. Yeah. So this is fucking 11 years after Happy Days, after Chuck was on Happy Days. I just don't think that the general audience doesn't listen to that and go, "Oh, Chuck from Happy Days, that's a Happy Days."
No, I
joke.
agree that that's not the connection they're making. Yeah.
It's a great bit. It's a great little bit.
Yeah.
Turns out that Tom Bosley is a super square Midwestern guy who's going to be the president of the Rotary Club, but Marion Ross has a past. She was in New York City in the 60s and was a little bit of an art party girl, and she hung out with Andy Warhol and had green hair. And she was in Andy Warhol's movie White Giraffe, which is about people watching television. She's not even in the whole movie. She's only in once Price is Right comes on, I believe. That's what she said, right?
Yeah.
She can't.
And she's wearing fake lips, apparently.
Oh, they just keep adding. She's also covered in price stickers or something like that. She just have a whole bunch of little bits they add to it. Although I gotta say, honestly, Andy Warhol movie, people just staring at TV, that's actually funny. That's a funny Andy Warhol joke. Remember, he made the movie Empire, which is I think 8 hours,
24 hours
of the Empire State Building. Yeah, I mean so this is not.
Oh no, his Frankenstein is 24 hours. Right?
No, Frankenstein's not 24 hours. No, Flesh for Frankenstein. No, it's 3D.
Did he make a 24-hour movie?
No, you're thinking of The Clock, maybe, which is a 24-hour movie.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think Empire is 24 hours. Now I'm gonna have to look this up. It's 7.5 hours. Yeah, Empire is 7.5 hours. It's just a shot of the Empire State Building the whole time. So she sees Andy Warhol and freaks out because she's worried that he's going to recognize her, and that's going to really upset Tom Bosley. And then he does meet her, and he doesn't recognize her, and she's even more upset about that. I actually like the psychology of this. I like a lot, frankly.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
I like that the overall concept of this storyline is hipsters go corporate.
Yes.
Is what it is. That she was a cool lady in the 60s, and then she settled down and is married to a banker who's excited to be president of the Rotary Club. Yeah. And she's if this gets out.
She's the hipster who went homemaker.
Yeah.
And obviously Andy Warhol's whole thing has always been crass commercialism, even though he didn't want to say that line. Obviously what made his Campbell Soup was the idea of taking known commercial imagery and reproducing it. We're not here to talk about the Andy Warhol thing, but I think the jokes about Andy Warhol in this are really knowing jokes. Do you know what I mean? They're not just what a crazy New York. Although there's a part where Tom Bosley calls him, does he call him a New York flake? Calls him a New York flake.
Yes.
And my friend was like, he just called him the F slur. Like, that's what's happening here. Like, it got translated for the fucking Love Boat. Like, they couldn't say that on TV in 1985. But Tom Bosley's character just called that man the F slur, like 100%. So he ends up deciding.
He doesn't, and he comes with the Judy Garland painting.
Yes,
as well, just to play that up.
Andy Warhol says he wants to paint Marion Ross, and Tom Bosley's like, no way. Well, first, what happens is they go to see White Giraffe is playing on the boat in the boat movie theater, which is crazy.
Hold on. First, they decide that they're going to live life. That they've been in a rut,
right? And
they're going to live life, and they're like, we'll eat dinner, we'll go to the casino, and then we'll go see a movie. And they show them at the casino, and this infuriated me. They're at the roulette table. The person running the roulette table stops the roulette wheel with their hand. You can't do that. You have to let it spin. And it's a close-up of the hand stopping the roulette wheel. And nobody minds. Like, I'm not even into gambling, and I know that. I can't imagine everyone sitting there would be like, that's fine, that's how this works. No, they'd be like, what are you doing? You can't stop it with your hand. That's not how this works.
Oh my God. When he has that conversation with her, he's like, we're going to bust out of this rut. I said to my friend, he's going to bust a rut, all right.
He's like, and then we'll come back for the midnight buffet, and then we'll stay up all night and come down for the morning buffet. And it's like, he's gonna give her some happy days.
The Love Boat's a very interesting show because one of the main premises of the show is that people who are in their 60s and 70s are fucking horny as hell. And also, this was an era when people in their 60s and 70s looked like they were in their 80s and 90s a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And so I think it's very funny. Like, the idea that Andy Griffith is like horny for his wife at his age is like, that's charming.
How old was he at this point, Andy Griffith?
He's probably in his 70s.
He is not. Guess. If he was making ads for Obama, he was not 112.
He was born in 1926. So in 1985, he's 79.
No, 26
to 86. Oh, he's 69. He's 69. Yeah. Nice. He's almost 70. Okay, so he's not quite in his 70s. He's almost 70. He goes to see the movie, and then he goes home.
What? This is 85, and he was born in 26.
Yeah,
he's 59.
59?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I am 7 years younger than Andy Griffith in this episode.
There you go.
That's insane because he looks like a fucking old.
He always looked like an old man. He always looked like it.
I know.
That was one of the weirdest things about the first time I saw a face in the crowd. I was like, this guy was young at some point. That's crazy.
God, I can't. I can't be 7 years younger than Andy Griffith on the Love Boat. I can't. Yeah. This is not possible. I'm gonna have to end. I'm gonna have to end my life with that. I can't get any older.
The scary thing. Milton Berle is 35 in this episode.
God damn it. What's worse? That I'm 7 years younger than Andy Griffith in this episode of Love Boat, or that I can't do enough basic math to understand this man's age? Like, which is worse?
I'm gonna say that you're 7 years younger because I also had you couldn't see it, but I was counting the decades on my fingers. Like, okay, so 26, 36, 36, 46. So I'm also terrible in math.
So they go to see White Elephant, even though she doesn't want to. She's like, oh no, this could probably be a really junky art movie. Tom Bosley thinks it's a nature film. He's so excited because he loves Born Free. It turns he goes to bed after the movie and doesn't talk to her, and she's like, oh, that's what he does when he's mad at me. But it turns out he just actually fell asleep during the movie and did not get to the part where she showed up, so he never saw her in the movie. At one point, why do you think she brought these sexy dresses?
I felt like she bought that dress
on the boat.
No, like because they have the thing where it's like, hey, okay, we're at the town that we're stopping at. Everybody, make sure you get on your boat or whatever. So I thought she bought that in like wherever they stopped,
Caracas or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know, because it's really funny.
She's got like a whole new hairdo, but I guess you can do that on the boat, right? They definitely have that.
They definitely have a salon on the boat, yeah. It's really funny, though, because like this, it's such a plot point that she's such a solid square, And then
Yeah.
she goes and buys a dress that's very glamorous, and she looks very good in it. She looks very, very good in it.
I don't understand the first thing Tom Bosley says about the dress. He says, "Oh, it looks heavy."
Because it's covered in sequins.
Oh, okay.
It probably is heavy, actually.
I don't understand what he meant. I was like, I don't understand what you're talking about.
It's covered in sequins. Yeah, no, she looks good. Marion Ross keeping it tight. Tight body. That waist is snatched, as they say.
Is that what they say?
That is what they say. That is what they say. But so she's decided that she's going to fucking live it up because she's so bored and with their life. And then finally, she tells him that what her deal was, and that she's going to be painted by Andy Warhol. And he goes to tell Andy Warhol, "No, you can't paint my wife."
This, by the way, I thought they were pulling, because we've seen this in other Love Boat episodes that we've done, where a major moment is just skipped over, and they're like, "Yeah, that happened. Don't worry about it," and now everything's fine. And in this, they show Bosley and Ross dancing, and it cuts to Ace and Julie, and Julie's like, "I'm so glad they were able to work everything out." She told him about her past, and he's okay with it. And I was like, they're skipping over like the whole tension of the episode, and then it cuts back to them, and Bosley's like, "You were what? One of them?" I was like, "Oh, that's great." Are they playing off that they do that all the time on this show?
Yeah,
I don't know, but I thought that was very funny.
He goes to tell Andy Warhol that he can't paint his wife, which again, I just really feel like in 1985, this is a very extreme square.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, very extreme. He's worried about what the Rotary Club's going to think. Like, I don't know. Honestly, when he says, "Oh, so and so's wife was in a swimsuit for a calendar," right? Yeah. Like, that feels way racier than like being in an Andy Warhol movie watching TV, frankly.
And also being painted by Andy Warhol, who, you know, he's a big name.
He's an unbelievably famous person. Yeah, he's an unbelievably famous person.
That'd be something to have in your home. You'd be like, "Yeah, Andy Warhol painted my wife."
Well, what happens
and I'm
is
in charge of the Rotary Club, so I get the best seat at the breakfast.
Tom Bosley has like a real shitty attitude because he just assumes that Andy Warhol paints shitty paintings. And he's yelling at Andy Warhol, "I won't let you paint her in your style. Now, if you painted like that," and he points at an Andy Warhol painting, he goes, "I would let you paint her." And Andy Warhol's like, "Well, that is my painting." And Tom Bosley's like, "Oh." And so she's going to get painted.
And then he compares him to Norman Rockwell right after that.
The only two people that could capture you are Norman Rockwell and Andy Warhol. And then Andy Warhol invites them to go party with him in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And they're like, "No, we're going to stay on this boat and fuck some more." So, and that's the end of the Andy Warhol story. Andy Warhol is so bad in this. It's crazy how bad he is.
There's an episode of New Girl with Prince, and the whole episode, Prince has a lot to do in that episode, and he's real stiff. He's not good in it. Prince, no disrespect, Prince was not a good actor, but Andy Warhol reminded me of Prince in that everything was extremely stiff. And everyone had to do a lot of work to hide how stiff he was. And they do a better job in this than they did in the New Girl episode because they just don't have Andy Warhol talk. He says like 5 words the entire episode.
I think the thing is that I do think he's terrible. But I do think that within the context of Andy Warhol showing up on the Love Boat, him being terrible is totally correct. And it makes the whole thing feel more Warholian as a result. Like, I don't think that he's doing a bit I think the bit is being on the Love Boat. Like, I think, I don't think that he's like, "Let me be bad on the Love Boat." I think he's just bad. But it fucking really works though. Like, it really truly works when he can't wave properly off the balcony.
Amazing. His wave was amazing. I was like, this is gold. This is solid gold comedy.
What'd you think of this story?
It was all right. None of these stories really got me. You know, there's no story.
This is not one of the better episodes. Yeah.
No, it's not a very good episode, and it's rough. We're coming off of an episode where there was a ghost, so that was very exciting for me.
Well, Andy Warhol's kind of like a ghost in this episode,
I guess, but he doesn't do anything. He just stands around and waves weird. But it was fine. I guess, you know.
I will say the one thing Andy Warhol did really well is when Isaac is bothering him to get painted, he does give him a look of disgust that is really excellent. Like, he really knocks that out of the park. Like, absolute art scene condescension look he gives to Isaac, very strong.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And one thing that I couldn't get over, the amount of extras in this episode. They really fill up every space.
I
Like,
wonder
it
if
is wild.
I wonder if there's like extras who are like studio people or whatever because it's the 200th episode, or if it's like crew getting their little cameo. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's very possible.
I don't know.
And then I was very confused that in the beginning of the episode, they're like, oh, I forgot who the musician is, but they're like, oh, we have this musical act coming on. It's a big deal. And then they don't even really show them. They show them for like 2 seconds.
That's a real guy, by the way. And he has that thing about his dad being played by Tyrone Power. That's correct.
Yeah.
That really is true. That's a real guy. Tyrone Power really did play his dad. His dad is was a guy who was a very famous musician who died at 34. His mom, that guy's mom died 6 days after he was born. And then his dad died a couple of years later. That's the tragedy for this episode. Yeah, and then so it was the Eddie Duchin story starring Tyrone Power. And this guy, Tony Duchin, whatever his name is, he wrote a memoir where he's like, this movie's full of shit. But, you know, what are you going to do?
Which they kind of make fun of in this episode.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But the thing is that Andy Griffith's like a dumb hayseed. So he thinks that that's actually his dad in the movie.
Is he a dumb hayseed, or is he playing a dumb hayseed so that nobody will think that they're there for the...
I think he's a dumb hayseed.
I guess later on he does have the line when Captain Subin's like, are you having a good time? And he's like, are you kidding me? It's always great when you can have a meal with a knife.
Yeah. Well, that's a prison.
That's
joke.
A prison thing, but it's just a moment of like, oh, this guy's uncultured.
Yeah. I mean, so I think he's supposed to be a hick. I think he's like good-hearted, down-home American.
I mean, he's Andy Griffith, and that's what he's known.
He's Andy Griffith, but he's like, these people are the salt of the earth, morons. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's like the character that he's playing, a little bit. But yeah, so the Eddie Duchin story is a real. I've never seen it. What's really interesting is that it's directed by George Sidney. And George Sidney is like one of the big musical guys. And he directed fucking Bye Bye Birdie. He directed Viva Las Vegas. He directed Showboat. He directed Kiss Me Kate. But what's even more interesting is that he is a founding partner of Hanna-Barbera. Oh, wow. And he was really interested in putting animation in live action. And he used that when he directed the movie Anchors Away, putting Jerry the Mouse having a Gene Kelly dance sequence.
Yeah. Wow.
So I think that's kind of interesting.
It is.
I mean, we kind of have to like go pretty far off the ship to get to this guy, but
but it's shocking that guy, they make such a big deal of him in the beginning, and they're like, can you believe he's going to be playing here later on? And they're like, here he is, he's going to play. And they show him for like 3 seconds, and then that's it. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, it was going to be like another musical number.
George Sidney directed a bunch of the Our Gang shorts. Oh,
there you go.
Yeah. Wow. Well, he has 2 seconds, and it's funny because they give the mermaids an entire number.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Do you think they filmed the whole thing with him? And then
they definitely
in the editing room, the producer was like, "Ain't nobody gonna want to jerk off to him. Get to the mermaids."
No, 100%. That's exactly what happened. They definitely filmed the whole thing with him, and they just cut it down. But I mean, like maybe if he had worn spandex, an aerobic outfit, maybe he could have gotten more screen time. But yeah, he has. It's funny because we just did an episode with a famous pianist who's not really is a fake character, and then now they have a real famous pianist on, and they don't do anything with him. That guy got a whole fucking number. Yeah, that guy got a whole number. So. Well, that ends this this mini series of Love Boat episodes. There obviously are hundreds more Love Boat episodes that we could do. I think that as a proof of concept, I think we prove that this is an interesting thing to talk about. Like I like these episodes. I've enjoyed recording these last 4 episodes a lot.
No, I've enjoyed it very much.
And we're getting long episodes out of them too, is the thing that's crazy.
Yeah, they're not short.
We're not like blowing through them really fast.
Not
after we did 4 hours yesterday for Iron Man 3. We'll be back again next week with Wonder Man, and we don't know if it's going to be we're going to cover it in 2 parts or 3 parts or what. We're going to find out when we watch it, so we'll let you guys know. But that's going to be our next thing is Wonder Man, and then after that, who knows? God only knows what we're doing after Wonder Man. We will all find out together. Until then, though, come and listen to us do Iron Man 3 on Watchmen. That's available at www.patreon.com. Cinema Sangha, Sangha. And that's at the $7 or above level. You get that every single month. It's very long. You also get the Bad Batch, our Star Wars podcast. And you get subscriber-only writing as well. So please feel free to do that. And Derek, where can they get merch?
Just go to cinema-sangha.com and you'll get links to all of our stuff.
Beautiful. And we will see you guys again next week. Until then, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you be well. And perhaps we're going to see you across the Omniverse.